Okay.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Plastic Empire podcast. I'm Bill Singh.
I'm Pedro Rodriguez.
And I'm Alan Kaplan.
So, JoeCon 2016
JoeCon!
could be the last year.
Could be the last year.
Yeah, I still have my doubts about that. At least I hope I have my doubts about that, just based on everything Pete Sinclair has been saying. But who knows? They could throw a swerve.
Well, here's the thing, and here's I just thought of I came up with something new. Everybody wants to. Everybody's is gleefully. Everybody's very gleeful that the club is losing the license, and it's because of the golden ticket. It's because of how they run their business. It's how slow they are. I have a feeling it's Hasbro that doesn't want to do GI Joe anymore. Ever since they announced that they want to condense all of their Kenner properties, including GI Joe, into one continuous universe for to do movies. Maybe what they're thinking is that they need to go away from just doing something GI Joe and start focusing on their multiverse.
Yeah, I mean, that probably is the case. In any case, it is going to include G.I. Joe regardless anyway. But I don't know. I still think that if they are, yeah, if they're the reasons behind it, then, that does suck. I don't know. I just think that they're going to be, if anything, stopping what they're doing currently in terms of how they're doing it, and they're going to be coming back in a different way, shape, and form. I think the fact that subscriptions stop in 2016, I just feel that, like, they're going to do something new. I feel like they're going to have a refresh as opposed to necessarily not doing it at all.
Yeah. I hope it doesn't come to. I hope it doesn't happen. I hope it doesn't come to that point, because that would really, really suck. What a lot of people don't understand, a lot of the complaining, yes, it is very expensive, okay? But it is something that is specialized, and anything specialized is expensive.
Yeah.
If you don't like the product, and I think, Bill, you're not crazy about the Modern Era product, right?
Yeah, I'm not big on it, but I gotta say this year is I like most of the figures I've seen so far.
Yeah, but Bill doesn't like you don't like the way they do it, and that's cool. But a lot of people who partake in it are either complaining because it is very expensive, or they're just nitpicking because it's not exactly as they would imagine it. I call it the Gil Tucker syndrome. But they still pick it up. They still pick it up. Okay. But what sucks is that for at least us, it's the camaraderie. We are collecting degenerates. We love GI Joe. Okay, we came into this love on our own, and we met together because of it. And we hang out and we talk online with social media. We meet up physically, but that weekend at JoeCon, no matter how great or crappy the concept is, it's a lot. There are a lot of events and things to do related around the hobby that we love that makes it really a magical moment, at least for me.
And,
I
and
I
lots of ass going around. Tons of ass. Sometimes balls. Sometimes balls, Alan.
It's where
well, hints of balls, yes.
it's where the boys can be boys, okay, and without any, we get a little frat boyish, not so bad that we're gonna end up on the 6 o'clock news and they're gonna ban the JoeCon forever because of it. But we just have a bunch of guys get together, and we can be 12 years old again. It's just great.
Yeah. I think that what's interesting about it too is I almost look at JoeCon as a mecca. It's where basically there's a lot of folks who we see there who we literally only do see once a year. There's Kukasan, there's Diana, there's these other guys, the SoCal Dreadnoughts. There's a lot of guys there who we really will only see this one time a year, and
Yeah, a
that's
lot.
it.
That's what's great about it. You see a lot of the community people who are very active on the online social media and GI Joe community, but also we make friendships. Okay, we make friendships with people from all over the country, and we always hook up. I don't always remember their names. I'm terrible with names. But these two guys who from the South. I want to say Tennessee, but I could be wrong. They could be from Georgia. All right, who since 2007, they had a little table. I bought my first Dinobot my first Dinobot, since I was a kid, Swoop from them, and we've been friends. We always say what's up. We hang out. There are people like Alyosha that we've become really close with. Okay, and we joke back and forth, and we buy stuff from him. And then there are people that we just like to go out and have a few drinks and have a good time, like the couple of guys from Texas. All right, it's just they're guys from all over the country that we become close friends with. AVAC Labs. That you don't. It's nice to get together. It's just we have our own little klooks. We're the Tri-State Vipers. We're the New York guys. All right, we have some.
What the fuck is a kluk?
What's up?
What the fuck is a kluk?
Click.
I think you meant click.
I meant click.
Not clucks and not clan, but click.
Yes, with a C. Very important, with a C. All right, no K's here. So we have
the click.
The wolf pack.
And while there is some of that, but we always, Indianapolis with Gary, Gary from Indianapolis and his family. We also get to see their families, and I've been doing it for 10 years, so you see their kids growing up. So that's what's cool about it, and it's always cool to complain and rag about the club, and then talk a lot of smack about the club, and then meet them at dinner, and be friendly.
Of course. We're a living internet.
Yes.
Smile in your face when you turn around. I'm laughing.
Hey, that's where we met Ripper in 2008. Yeah. Was in Dallas. A guy from New Jersey, okay, who just the best Ripper cosplay I've ever seen, and I will ever see. He just had the bone structure. He had the shirt. He had everything. The goatee, the beard thing, the hair, he had it going, the glasses. And that's where we met Ripper, man.
And we also met Jesse there.
Oh, but that was because of Eddie.
That was because of Eddie, though, yeah.
But yeah, and we're close with Eddie, so we have, even though we're a New York clique, we do have some satellite. We have people from other parts of the country. And then each of us has individual friends from that we relate to, that we know. Like, Alan, you're very close with Diana, and you hang out and you talk to her and hang out with her. All right, I've got a few other people that I'm close with that I talk to, and I met a really cool Transformer G.I. Joe fan last year.
Oh.
I'm hoping he goes this year. Well, because he lives in California, so it might be easier. I got to get in contact with them.
But you got to meet him then too.
Hey, but you know what? What's cool is sometimes I just run into people, and it's great.
You're very social.
Yes.
Before we actually discuss the offerings of JoeCon this year, I have a very important question: how do we get Bill to go?
You offer me tons of weed.
Well, it's legal in Colorado. Look, I can brownies. How about that?
There you go.
You should do brownies.
Some brownies, lollipops, gun.
You gotta knock me out, sucker.
I think, you know what? I think it might be best. It might be best Bill doesn't go, because Bill might get into it with Brian Savage, and it just may not be good.
Angry Bill comes out. I ain't flying, sucker.
Well, I don't know. I liked Bill's idea of a GoFundMe page. I think that's, I'd be willing to contribute to it, man. I did think it was funny that you were like thinking, oh, one of you guys set that up. It's like, well, no. When you have these cosplayers who are begging for money to go to the convention, they set the page up.
That's just the thing.
Hey, look, it's true.
I'm not looking to beg for anything at this point.
That is true. And also, when somebody's sick, somebody posts, a family member or close friend posts it for them. It does seem kind of douchey. It's like, yo, I want to go do something.
Yeah, give me some motherfucking money, bitch.
Yeah. But I think I think there are quite a few other issues that prevent Gil from going. Bill.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was the fucking worst right there.
Sorry, maybe. Well, I'll call you William, and then I won't get mixed up.
So listen, I'm not a fan of modern, but G.I. Joe's my thing, and I gotta say, so far these images they've released, I mean, let me see which one it was that kind of gave me a little pause. There
was one that really, my brain went like this.
Altitude. Bill,
when you're thinking? These should be speaking to you, Bill, because there's Estrella in here.
Yes,
And
that's the one I want.
I'll get to that. You're rushing me.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna share the screen so we could do it here and then present it to all you guys. Now, all right, you guys see it?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Now this is altitude. Now the before the mask, which Beekeepers Anonymous here. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of the burnt orange. They should have just went brown. I think they added an extra color from the vintage. The gold is perfect. The green is perfect, but for some reason they added that burnt orange. They could have just went all brown. I think it's a little too busy of a figure.
I will say this. It's something that I had mentioned offline earlier, that they don't have to be real. I hated that the club has to be religious to those 1990 colors. They don't have to. But in this case, the burnt orange doesn't bother me as much. It does look. It's a little too busy.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
I do like the parts they used, though.
Yeah, he looks good. He's well built. He's a well built figure.
Now
gotta go.
That helmet's got to go. But I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. I'm not going to say who, but certain casters will come up with will cast a more accurate helmet, and it should be ready for the con.
Right. That's true.
Every year I get an upgrade. Oh, okay. Okay. You're killing me. You're killing me. All right.
So I guess we'll go one at a time. I feel like Skydive is awesome. I feel like he's spot on, especially from the vintage. Again, another good use of the molds. I mean, I don't know about how you guys feel about it. I feel like the mold is pretty solid.
Yep. This guy from top to bottom, and I really, really like those Resolute backpacks.
You know what? That's what I don't like, actually.
Okay. Me and Eddie were talking about that today.
You two guys are talking at the same time. What's up?
Sorry, Bill.
No, go ahead. I didn't know where that was from. Me and Eddie were talking about that today earlier. We met up.
Oh, okay. No, I was just saying that, Pedro. It's funny. I disagree only because I feel like the Resolute backpacks look tired. I feel like we see them so often that I don't know if it really goes with the figure, but I just find it to be a tired accessory. I love the figure itself.
Well, I don't know about tired because it hasn't really been used that much. I think it originally came with with a Resolute Duke.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, back in 2009. I personally like it. I like the design, and to me, it modernizes. It modernizes Skydive. You couldn't give them the old ones. I like the color palette that they used.
Hey,
so I'm cool with it.
I agree with you. Since again, I'm not a modern guy, so to me, it's new. I do agree with you that it is a nice update. But do you feel like they might bring the chutes? I mean, the chutes are super easy to
Yes, some figures say that they do come with a chute.
Okay. That'd be great if they have the You're not feeling it?
I'm not feeling what they may do. I'm worried. I'm worried that it's going to be a Jinx backpack with the chute tied to it, like they've done every single year. If
they do that Halo setup with the chutes on it?
Yes. Forget about it. It'd be over. But I don't. Do they have the molds for that, or are they going to give us Jinx's backpack?
They have to. They just released that in what? Rise of Cobra, was it?
What? Which one?
POC, the
Halo backpack?
Yeah, didn't it come with the what's his name? Ripcord, but they never released them. But then they released the guy's. I
don't know. You know what? From your lips to God's ears.
Yeah, I don't know. I was talking to Eddie about it earlier. Again, I don't know. Like I said,
Eddie knows his Masters of the Universe, but he doesn't know his G.I. Joe.
No, but we were talking.
Challenge.
We were talking about that figure. He was supposed to come out as the Marlon Wayans with the
Ripcord.
Ripcord, right? And then they didn't release them, and you could only get them from China, and they released them with a green getup. In the later wave.
That backpack that he's talking about has already been shown, and it's a flight pack. It's not a parachute backpack.
Okay.
I know which one you're talking about, and we're going to see it soon.
I agree with Pedro that I have a feeling that it is unfortunately going to be the lazy route, but I think we are going to get the Jinx backpack with the shoots. It's the easiest thing for them to do. What I hope they do, however, is to spice it up. I hope those shoots are chrome. That would rock.
Oh, they've already had them in chrome, so
well,
yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, what about?
But the backpack is horrendous, man. For you people out there who don't know what Jinx's backpack looks like, all right, all two or half of you, it's a it looks like it's a tied up chute, okay, but it has the slots, has 4 slots where you stick her swords in. And they just stick out, so they're like clips that stick out. So what the club has done is they just tie the rope from the string from the parachute to each of those 4 loops. So it's ingenious, but it's also very lazy. And unfortunately, I believe that they have a warehouse full of them.
But they have the flint. Like, what about the flint that came with the chute? How is that?
Which flint?
The harness from the last movie figures that were all in 5 Below.
Oh, the Retaliation. Okay, you know what? Good call. The Retaliation had the full body shoots.
There, that's kind of what I was talking about.
Okay, from Retaliation from 2011, 2012.
Yeah.
I mean, they would nail it if they released those with the shoot.
Yeah, you know what? I take it back. They might do those. Okay, you know what? I'm sorry, club.
Hey, don't be sorry yet. They might. They always fuck something up. So.
Well, we'll leave that for the last section or whatever.
So all right, so we'll move on to Sky Creeper.
I
love it. You know
And again, I hate the damn backpack. I hate that cloth thing.
Come off.
I don't like it.
What are you talking about? It's such an awesome backpack.
I like it.
It just feels. I feel maybe again it's just me. I feel like we've seen it so often. I just don't think it meshes well with these guys.
What do you mean so often? Why do I sound so weird? Okay. What do you mean so often? We've gotten that a couple of times. The only time that we got it, we initially got it with from China, all right, with the Storm Shadow that was never released, but they only released that a couple of times afterwards.
Why do I feel like we've seen it more? I mean, I totally can be.
Dude, look how modern. It's a squirrel's backpack, a squirrel suit. It attaches to his ankles. He's got the handles to hold it, okay, and then it neatly tucks in when he lands. It's beautiful.
And Alan, you could take it off. It's not like you need it.
Oh, I know. You're right.
And I hate the colors. I don't need the vintage colors on that.
I love that vintage figure, and I love the modern update.
I love the update, but they could have painted him up in Cobra colors, in a Strato Viper colors. I like black, gray, red, and dark blue.
But I don't know. I feel this represents a vintage perfectly, and it's very well proportioned for a modern figure. That's one of the things I hate about the modern figures is their weird proportions.
Look, I agree with you. The weird proportions was a bigger problem with the 25th. From the Rise of Cobra on, they got a lot better. Yeah. The only thing is that the club still uses 25th anniversary parts. But I think those lower legs, if I'm not mistaken, those lower legs might have been the His Tank driver's legs. But they work well with the other parts that they chose. The mix and matching, like you said, Bill, it's awesome.
I love the MP7s.
Yeah, in that gaudy blue. And yellow. It doesn't look like Cobra. If you had told me, if I didn't know who Sky Creeper was, you told me that was a Joe figure, I was like, oh yeah, that's a Joe figure.
I don't know.
And he's got the Cobra Flight logo on his. Okay, he should have been Strato Viper or at least the Aero Viper.
I disagree. I love it. I love the color.
I disagree with you. I disagree that you disagree.
How do you feel, Alan?
I mean, the thing with it is for me, I've never been a Sky Patrol guy. It was way after my time. This era. I'm sorry?
This was the glider, guys.
This was a glider. This was heavy neon days.
I'm actually, as we're speaking, I'm looking up these old figures online through yojo.com because, I need to be reminded what they look like because, like I said, this was after my time, so it's hard for me to really connect with it saying, oh, why did it have to look so much like the vintage figures? I do agree that in a vacuum, if I didn't know what the vintage figure was, there's an overuse of yellow there that looks a little off for sure.
Yeah, with the teal underground, I have a lot of those 1990s figures because I really like the sculpt on them.
Yeah.
Okay, it was
Colors.
just that because of marketing and because of Ninja Turtles and everything and Power Rangers and everything that was going on in the, with kids in that era, they needed the neon colors, and I find that, and so to me that means that it wasn't the original intent to have those colors. They moved them to those colors so that they could sell them. And
Sure.
I wish they would have they would have gotten a little creative and given it a more military, or a more para Cobra military look.
Well, like we said, back in 2008, I feel like they did succeed with that. They used a lot of these late 80s, early 90s figures, and they put them in those beautiful drab green and black, and they looked
Long Arm. How fabulous was Long Arm?
amazing. Amazing. So you're right. I mean, it
Yeah.
would have been nice if they did adapt that for this as well.
And this is a problem. This is the problem that the club has. Each one of us has a different opinion about this. All right. Alan doesn't like the backpack. Bill loves it. I don't like the crazy colors. So when people complain about the club, yes, they do some things that are just like, oh my God, you wish that they were a little more vintage A-Ross centric,
But then it's us as well. Right?
but it's also us exactly.
3 different guys, 3 different opinions.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, and I was saying this earlier on our chat board, at the end of the day, there was no other game in town that would get us a 1991 Sky Creeper. Who the hell would ever release that again?
And let me tell you, at the end of the day, I would have preferred that they upgraded the colors, but I think it's still awesome looking. It really is well done.
Yeah.
Great head sculpt. That's an original head sculpt. Oh, and I think these head sculpts. Wait a minute. These head sculpts on this set. Oh no, I take it back. I was gonna say they were done by the Four Horsemen. I'm not sure. The Four Horsemen may have done the Bakan headsets. These might still be Boss Fight.
I think these are still Boss Fight.
I think Boss Fight does them.
Yeah, because they got the Four Horsemen to do the Transformer heads. My bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so Daredevil. Now, I love Daredevil. I love Daredevil, I should say.
I army build. I have an army of Daredevils.
Well, then you need to give me because I
don't have one, so this is cool.
Is this
when you have to sell me one.
Is this a troop builder?
Yeah, I guess I never really.
No. What I mean is that oh yes, they're going to be 3 of them.
They are.
Yeah. Oh man.
Okay, so.
Ooh, that thing is gorgeous. And
okay.
Alan, I like that backpack. That red.
I do like the figure. I don't like the Beekeeper helmet again, but otherwise I like it.
Listen,
yeah, the Beekeeper is.
This changed again for me because me and Eddie were talking, and we'll get to this more in the Brazil chat about it. But I was trying to figure out who might still be left from Brazil to put in the set, but and who might be a souvenir versus in the set. But now that I see this as 3 of them, so he's going to be a troop builder. I'm guessing. Let's go back to Night Creeper real quick. No, he's Sky Creeper. I'm sorry.
Just one.
He's a one-off. Okay.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's the Vulture. Another one that I got an issue with. This one, the original figure, fantastic.
Love it.
All right, the glider is cool. All right, but I have at least 6 to 9 of those, and they were not easy to come by, and I had to really search for them because people wanted to charge a lot. Because look at those colors. That is a Cobra Trooper.
Yeah.
That's the colors you like, black and red.
And I hope that this is an actual sample because the red on the plastic goes really well with the plastic on the figure.
Yeah.
I'm curious. You see the helmet? You see above the Beekeeper mask, which is ridiculous. What you think that's molded on? That little? You see that loop? There's a little loop on his.
That might be part of the mold.
I think it is.
I'd like to see it without the helmet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We could check it. Alan, do you still have Yo-Joe there?
I do.
Look up from the Rise of Cobra. Look up the Steel Brigade Joe Trooper, or just the Joe Trooper, because that was an accessory that came with him. But I look like I said before. Customizers, casters, get cracking.
Something good. Yeah.
Get cracking. Give us a good helmet for this guy.
I feel like I guess I can't say the ammo pouches on his chest should be a little smaller, but maybe.
Yeah, but to me, that since it's a modern era figure, I give him some room so they can fudge with it.
Yeah, I like the textured vest and the inner thigh pads.
Yeah.
I like the vintage, nice homage.
I will say, in these last two figures, the club is doing a fantastic job of mixing and matching parts.
Yeah, they are.
These are really working out well.
Yeah. They need to do a fast draw. That's just.
Oh my
I would
god!
love to fast draw.
Oh my god! A fast draw.
Well, we talked to the new brand manager about that last year. I forgot his name. We spoke to him and we said we want fast draw, and I think he said too. He said fast draw was one of his favorites. So who knows?
Yeah, but next year we'll probably get visionaries.
I don't mind that at all, man.
Actually, the word is mask. People are telling me that claim they have inside information. They probably do, but look. If I know about it, it can't be real. Is the way I always look at everything. But they're working to push mask in 3 3/4 inch. So we'll see.
That'd be interesting. Now we got the Airborne. Now, how do you feel? I mean, I love it. Again,
I love it.
Spot on the modern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Spot on the.
I do have like a. It's so good, and it would have been perfect if it wasn't for non-removable helmet. I said it.
Is it non-removable?
Yeah, there's no way you could remove that helmet. Look how tight it is on his head.
Oh, well, okay, that is.
Now,
that sucks, but it's still nice.
Now, if the club would have be nice and give us an extra head, a blonde head, so that we could switch them on and off, that would be so nice.
You could always source that from a different figure too.
Yeah, absolutely. But it'd be kind of cool if the helmet was removable.
Yeah.
But I think it's, again, beautiful color palette, beautiful parts. We finally get real colored guns.
Yeah.
Yep.
Realistic looking, at least.
Yeah. I love the drum, the magazine, the drum.
Yes.
Magazine.
Absolutely. No, it's great.
Yeah, he's a great figure. It's just that he kind of reminds me of Mainframe.
And they gave him the modern. It looks digital camo to a degree. It probably isn't, but.
You know what? It looks like it's a mix. Like they couldn't decide.
Yeah. The painter got a little drunk that day.
Sounds like the man who put the who put the floor in my father's driveway. Okay, in the house where I grew up in Puerto Rico, the first half of the driveway's got this really nice red what do you call those tiles?
Right.
But the story is that they were drinking while doing them, and halfway through they got so drunk that the tiles start going like this, and then they had to cut little pieces to fill it in.
Oh man, the pattern of the pavers started going a different direction, huh?
Yes, my father had no. My father was always friendly. It's like, oh, here, have a beer. So they started drinking, and we're like, uh-oh. But anyway, Airwave.
Now we got Airwave. I'm not feeling this totally. He's not horrible, but.
Okay.
Is that a helmet or is that the actual head sculpt?
That's an alien. I would say that I do like him, waist down. That vest I'm pretty sure is the Motor Viper vest. Okay, that they used in the ROC Motor Viper figure. I think it was called the Nitro Viper.
Yeah.
So it is accurate, but it's very flat. It doesn't conform to the human body, so you can't. It's just like a sheet on there. Now the helmet is awful.
Yeah.
It looks like a cone head. The proportions on the helmet don't work for me.
It is a prototype and probably just a render, so hopefully that.
They usually.
I'm looking at the vintage figure though, and his pants. I mean, his whole. So it looks like on the vintage figure there's like an olive drab green where those orange camo is. It just doesn't feel like it matches at all.
Oh, that bites. Now it could be now. I don't know if this is a Photoshop render or if it's the finished product.
Oh, this got to be Photoshop.
Then maybe they'll get enough complaints and they might have time to change it.
Right? It doesn't match at all.
I haven't. I would have to look at because the crotch is that same yellow.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Okay.
'Cause they might have decided to change it to that color.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that. I'll try to pull that up in a few minutes.
I have it up too, so if you need me to switch over, we could do that.
Now,
too.
I have a question to ask. Is that Firefly's phone or is that a new phone?
It looks like a Firefly phone.
Yeah, it looks like Firefly.
That's awesome. You know, I had Firefly back in 1984, but I had it without. I got it from I traded for it with a kid at school, and it didn't have the phone, and I never knew about the phone until later when I was like, oh, he came with a phone.
Was it a phone or a detonator?
It was a detonator, but
I always thought it was a phone too.
it looked like an 80s. And look how big it is. I mean, you're telling me that's not an 80s cell phone?
Oh, of course, that's good. That's right.
That antenna is bigger and wider than a drumstick.
Yeah, it looks like it's probably molded off of a original.
Yeah.
They probably long lost that mold. And we're back. How are we
And
back?
we're back.
There he is.
Bravo.
This is brilliant, Bill. You should be.
I want
over this.
Yeah, I think this might be the first modern era set where I want some pieces out of it. Well, actually, I wanted the Stalker from last year. I thought the head mold was amazing.
Yeah, that was really good.
Escorpiao Voador. Okay, I probably said that wrong, Eddie. If you're listening, I know you tried to fucking get me prepared for tonight with your Portuguese, which is basically a flying scorpion. That head sculpt knocks it out of the box.
Yep.
I wish, now that I'm looking at this helmet, I like it, but what is that, Cobra Commander's helmet?
No, I don't know what helmet that is.
I don't either.
Oh! Alan, is that the 30th anniversary? Well, not the 30th anniversary, the one before the the set that came out after POC. It was like a 30th, I don't know, it might have been the 30th anniversary. That to me looks like Sci-Fi's helmet with the visor completely down.
Yes, that's it. That's it. You got it.
Sci-Fi's helmet with the visor down.
That's it.
Okay.
You're right.
How did the club cesspool helmet look? Can somebody put a picture up for me on that?
You mean the head or helmet?
The helmet that came with the cesspool. Oh, he didn't. He wasn't in the set.
He wasn't.
He was in FSS, right?
Yes.
Can you pull that picture up for me, please?
Let me find it.
Yeah. You guys know this is my thing. Estrella, that's my thing. I love the Brazilian figures. I completed the entire run. And I always hit the two Cobras in the Brazilian set. They're the best of the four. And in my opinion, he's the best of the two Cobras. A lot of people like Abuche Negro. I am more partial to him. I'll just call him Flying Scorpion. Otherwise, I'm going to sit here trying to sound like I know how to speak Portuguese.
I got a cesspool up.
Yeah. Okay. Hold on one sec. So, I love the vest. The vest fits perfect. It's tight. The getup looks just like the original. The head sculpt is amazing. Let me ask you guys, since you guys know the modern better, is that the FSS cesspool head, or did they resculpt the head?
That's the FSS cesspool head.
That's the FSS. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
and I think it works better on this. It looks better on this than I think that. Even though I liked it on cesspool.
Yeah.
That looks pretty good.
Because this is what they did in Brazil. Exactly. They took.
Love that.
The cesspool head and put it on this figure. Different skin tone, obviously. Him being Portuguese, Brazilian. And I guess I'd like to see him with this helmet on. You guys know which one it is. I couldn't call it, so. But otherwise, I think the figure knocks it out of the park. And if any of you guys out there listening have a loose set and you want to sell this figure, if it's reasonable, hit me up, and we'll see about the other reveals, because I'm thinking some of the other ones might be souvenirs or coming up in the set.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be I wouldn't be surprised at all.
And
Now,
I'd like to get the 4 Brazilian versions of the modern era, which I wasn't gonna do, but seeing this figure, I mean, to me, this is one of the best figures I've seen modern-wise.
Alan,
My opinion.
or was it Bill? You see that backpack that he has?
Yeah.
That's the one that came with the ripcord.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
With the movie ripcord.
I don't think it is. Me and Eddie checked it earlier. And
No, that came with a ripcord.
I think Paige was right.
Okay.
And it came with another figure.
Okay. I think the things that get out at the ends just are covered up by his legs, because that's what threw us off. And we initially thought it was that, but then when we looked at the picture, we said it might not be. But I guess it's being covered up by the legs. So.
Yeah, it's got these teeth that come out like that.
Right. And we couldn't really see it here, but on the picture we pulled up, we saw it. So again, I'm drooling over this figure. I mean, as much as I love the Estrella figures and stuff, I mean, I'm kind of at a loss for words. I mean, the vest, spot on with the
Well, that vest, I think, might be a 25th anniversary Cobra officer, right, Alan?
You're right. That's exactly what that is.
Well, it goes perfect with this figure, and I love that it's very tight fitting as well. So
it goes better. It goes better with him, I think, than it did with the 25th anniversary officer.
1000%. I love the pants. I love the color. Again,
those pants with the cuffs.
Yeah, just like
he's perfect.
And he's got a holster with a little gun on the side.
Mm-hmm.
Gorgeous.
I love it.
Like I said, bravo, club. Bravo. That's how you reuse parts.
Best figure so far, in my opinion.
I agree.
Now we'll pull that up. All right.
Actually, Bill, before we continue, did you want to see Cesspool?
Well, we'll pull it up and we'll do it all at once. Right?
Okay.
You could screen share.
You got it.
So, Night Vulture. I love this. I love the video.
Can you tone the colors down? Woo!
I like
way too bright.
I don't think it's that. Again, I don't think it's that bad.
The orange, it looks like he's wearing he's lit. Not only is the figure made out of plastic, but he looks like he's wearing plastic accessories to warfare. I'm okay. I can live with the purple. I can live with the black, but that orange? Are you kidding me?
The thing I don't like about this is the one drawback of this figure, is that vest. Again, like Scorpiao Voador, his was very form-fitting. This is very bulky and loose, and it doesn't.
And here's the worst part.
Some of that plastic and remold or something. You know what I mean?
Here's the worst part. I consider the worst part of it. First of all, that knife is separate. That knife attaches. That torso is the version 3 25th anniversary Snake Eyes.
Yep.
So he's got a hole in his chest. So those knives attach to his chest. Now, my problem is that, okay, I take off the vest, but I still have the pouches on his legs that are that orange. Ugh!
Yeah.
Oh.
If you could find a nice black tight vest, that'd be,
Or red. I mean, what's wrong with Cobra colors?
I was gonna say red would have worked really well with this figure if it was red instead of orange. Absolutely.
See, but I'm on the other side of that. As much as I, as you guys want a little bit updating, I'm so rigid in the love vintage, want it like vintage.
That's what I don't get. I mean, not from you, Bill. I understand you. But so many people complain about why they hated the 90s Joe. The 90s Joe was a disgrace. The 80s stuff was the best. So why not try to make the 90s stuff 80s-esque in colors and at least in the color palette?
Well, here's the deal about these figures in this set. These, like the Sky Creeper, Air Devil, and Night Vulture, these were the last year where G.I. Joe, they had some funky colors coming, but they were all amazing. This was pretty much the last line of defense with G.I. Joe, 91 and prior. '92 had some alright stuff, and there was some good stuff throughout. But
There was still some good stuff, but '93, '94 definitely out the window. Everything had to have some kind of neon. '92, there were a couple of things that still were really good. '91, I thought there were quite a few things that were really good.
'91 was an awesome year, and these were part of it.
Oh yeah, but these guys were part of what wasn't awesome for me. And this is when you get into this kind of neon. What they with the Night Vulture was when I'm like, oh, I couldn't feel the colors, and it wasn't until later that I started looking at the sculpts and said, wow, somebody put some really great work only to be destroyed by marketing.
Now, guys, I could be wrong because again, I am not familiar with the vintage line for these figures. But I'm looking at the vintage Night Vulture, and is it me, or is he like a purplish blue and red instead of a blue and orange?
No, he's a I think he's purplish, if going from memory, and he is orange.
This looks red to me on these pictures.
Probably the camera, because he definitely has orange on him.
Yeah,
okay.
He has orange. This is orange. This is not red.
No. I'm not talking about this. I'm talking about the vintage figure.
Oh, the vintage figure.
The vintage figure.
Because if this is supposed to match the vintage colors, to me, the vintage colors almost look like a bluish purple and red instead of blue and orange.
Yeah, hold on, I'll pull them up.
Yeah, sometimes it depends on the lighting.
Okay.
And I would say more so on the club's part than the Yo Joe. Assuming that it's been. Oh
Yeah,
no, dude!
I
It's the
never
lighting.
It's the lighting.
It's the lighting. This was scanned. They haven't updated this picture yet. That's
Okay.
literally was placed in a scanner. That's what it looks like to me, like the background.
Yeah, it's
And
a deeper orange.
This one,
Yeah,
it's orange.
It's not as bright as the.
It's orange. Because I think I have the figure, and I've never been happy with him, even though he does have a cool style. This kid's got a cool aesthetic.
Yep. So, all right, Alan, you want to pull that up for you want me to, pull that up for me, and I'll relinquish sharing here.
Sure.
So you could show real quick. I'll go back to the figure while you're pulling it. You're pulled up.
I am pulled up.
Okay. Now here's the helmet, everyone. That's actually viewing this. For those at home listening or in your car at work listening to the podcast, the helmet was a sci-fi. You said what era sci-fi?
POC?
It might be 30th. I think they changed. The packaging was different on that.
30th,
POC.
yeah.
I think it was. I'm pretty sure it was 30th.
So it's 30th sci-fi. It's the helmet's black and the shield is chrome, silver. So I'm gonna relinquish here to sharing, and I'm gonna let Alan take over. And there we go.
Hey, there you are.
So I'm gonna present to everyone, and there you go. So I mean, it's the same helmet.
Same helmet.
Okay. The only reason I ask is because in Brazil they released them with the cesspool version
yes.
with the breather, the respirator.
Yep.
You know what? This actually works well, so I think it's going to work well on the. Now that I see the figure with it on.
And there's the head sculpt. So yeah, it's the exact same head sculpt.
You think, man? Let me see.
That is the same head sculpt, man. He's black.
Hey, you know what? It's different colored plastic made all the difference in the world.
Yeah.
Sometimes that works really well.
Yeah.
Plus his scar. The scar on this flying flying scorpion, isn't red like that.
Yeah.
So, I like that figure too. Shit.
Yeah, the cesspool has a really nice figure.
Oh, this was an unsung hero of this wave. I was never a cesspool guy. Again, that was after my time. But I love this figure.
Fucking dirt, man. What are you, 90?
Dude, I'm older than shit. I mean, that's the thing, man.
Well,
By the early 90s, I was just into 90s comics and superheroes. I was completely out of G.I. Joe.
This was what, 91, right?
Same thing with me. I was completely out of G.I. Joe. But the difference between Alan and us, Bill, he's not a completist.
I'm not a completist.
When I got back into collecting G.I. Joe, I completed my 80s collection. And then I was like, oh, there's more. So I started going into. Then I saw. Then 90 and 91 blew me away, and then I just, because they were cheap at the time, I picked up 92s, 93s, 94s.
Yeah, that was 91. The Eco came out. So again, they had some good. I liked a lot of the Eco stuff as well. But So I mean, what do you want to cover else? What else you want to cover on the con? Anything else? Registration.
I would say, yeah, I guess we could talk a little bit about the registration. Um, I was very surprised that they did it. What I feel is early. It's kind of what 4 months away.
Yeah.
I was hoping for a little more time so I can get my funds together, because I'll show you why I didn't have my funds ready. I didn't expect it when they said last week that it would happen this week. I was like, what?
They're always behind, right?
They were always behind, but looks like in their what may be their final year,
They finally got their shit.
they might be they got their shit together. They got a reliable company, tech company that's gonna that helped them out, and they have it working for them.
Fucking jerks.
I know. So it's quite expensive as always.
What's with the golden ticket? I heard
they increased, from what I understand, they increased the number of golden tickets for the AROS set by 30. I think they went from 100. They went from 100 to 130. They still sold out quickly. Their 12-inch golden tickets, I don't know if it's sold out yet. It might have by now, but the next day it was still available.
Yeah, and what really surprised what surprised me more than anything else, honestly, with the registration is not how early they did it. It's the fact that they did it before they revealed everything. That's new. That's never been done before, ever.
Oh, no, that's not true.
Really?
That's not true. Yeah, I don't remember what year, but there were a couple of times where the registration was like in January, and not all the figures have been released. It's happened at least once before.
Oh, okay. I don't remember that.
These things, we've gone to so many, they run into each other, but it happened once before.
Did they release the 2 and then they went to registration?
No, they had 4. They had at least 4.
I mean, you know what? They dropped those 4 on you and they slapped you in the mouth and said, and they were some good fucking figures that they dropped on you. So.
And they know.
They know. And the bottom line is they know and we know. I mean, seriously, how bad does the set have to be that for us not to get it?
Exactly.
So they figured sight unseen we would do it.
Yeah, and we did.
Flying Scorpion was one of the first 4, right?
Yes.
I mean,
no.
Yeah, Flying Scorpion was one of the first 4.
Second.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. 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 I thought you meant the first one, but one of the first 4, yes, very possible.
You see that figure, man, and you're buying it. I don't care who you are.
No, I agree. Convince me to buy a bad set.
Guys, set me up.
I've bought bad set. Dude, you got $200, you got a figure.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Bill,
yo,
buy a Homefront Hero box set.
Nah, I don't have this. I don't want to spend the money. I'd rather just buy a couple figures that I need.
Hey, first of all, okay, let me break it down for you. You have to get the club subscription at $44, and then you got to buy the Homefront set. But listen, hear me out. You're gonna get annoying mailings on a magazine that most of us don't read. Blitz, good for you. You read it. Thank you. But you are gonna get Pythona with it. If you don't like the figure, there are going to be a lot of people out there who are willing to pay for it. Okay. Secondly, cherry pick the figures you want, and then tear apart the set and sell the others.
I hate you. You're making way too much sense right now.
You sell the box by itself.
You know who you sound like right now? You have hung out with Gil way too fucking long.
No. We are now calling this segment "Convince Bill to Buy Joe Concept."
Call this segment "How Gil Works His Shit."
Yo! You just know that you're gonna get the figures that you want, and you just gotta sell the rest. Yo! It's all good.
You know what?
No, I pay the whole con, man.
You know what? Say what you want, but if you really want to get something, okay, because that figure's gonna be hot and it's gonna cost. I'm gonna say right now 100, 120.
Yeah, probably.
You know what I'm concerned about is getting the souvenirs.
I was gonna say that is my concern for you too, because I have a feeling that, to your point, if there are gonna be other Estrella figures, they're gonna be in the souvenirs.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
Well, we can always hook you up.
Yeah, well.
eBay high.
I need
Bill, it's not too late, Bill.
Anybody out there listening?
Join the dark side.
Yeah.
It's not too late, Bill. You can join us.
You can join us. You got to be there, Bill, man.
We have cake.
This is the last year. We'll have cake laced with THC from Colorado.
Bill, I'm gonna be there.
I will be loopy as
Oh.
fuck.
Let that be enough for you. I'm gonna be there.
I love you.
You know what? That's enough for me.
Thank you.
That is enough for me.
And Bill can join the butt shots.
You know,
I'm
it's-
afraid about this year because there seems to be a ramping up every year. So I don't know.
Frontal this time? Yeah, full frontal.
full frontal.
Especially with 6 people per room.
Oh yeah. Well, Amy's not going to be wanting to get involved with that, so Amy's going to leave.
This is all. It was all a joke. It was all a joke. It was all a joke. All right, we filled these things up early, and this was nice. Cam did a good job.
I do feel though.
Fucking clear, Alan. I love it.
Oh, is it better? Okay, I guess the headset is better.
Thank you. Yeah, I never had a problem with your mic, but
You know, honestly, like all kidding aside, we really don't know if this is going to be the last one, and it's whether or not it's the last one. We're going to find our own way to do what we're going to do. We're going to go to our own shows. We're going to do whatever. But I feel like we kind of have to push the envelope this year.
I think so too. And the other aspect of it, some of us are always we'll figure out ways of getting together. All right, and doing something else, probably con related somewhere. Man, it'd be awesome to go to TF Con in Canada.
I'd love to go to TF Con.
But not all of us,
Canada.
but not as big a group as Joe Con. The Joe Con really pushes the envelope on everybody going.
Where is
Yeah.
it in Canada, guys? What
I want to say Ontario, Toronto.
I think it's Ontario. It's Ontario, I believe. Yeah, it's their biggest show. I mean, TF Con is
Now
insane.
they do have it in the United States. They have one in Canada, and then they have one that goes to different cities in the United States. It was in Chicago 2 years ago. This year was in Charlotte.
I think Charlotte.
I'm
Woo!
gonna say Charlotte.
Woo!
I don't know.
Player country.
Well, a couple of us, and depending on what dates are picked, because that's the other one. The con forces us to go on those particular dates. When you have a
Exactly.
group of people and you're trying to narrow down a date, forget about it. It's like herding cats.
Guys, we could fucking just get at one of you. We could go to one of the houses, one of our houses, and just fucking party all weekend.
It's not the same. Not the same.
Yeah, man. I
the
put
same.
enough fucking
Not the
alcohol in you, it'll be the same.
No, it's not. It's not the same. It's not the same when you're in a hotel room, running from
Yeah.
hotel room to hotel room, other people. It kind of feels like going on a school trip without adult supervision.
Yeah.
Bill, until you do it, you don't know it. That's the
Gil,
thing. You got to join us to know what we're talking about.
Gil, you have to have a
You call him
balls
Gil
out
again.
This Gil shit is killing me.
You call
because that's what I was gonna say. Bill, you haven't experienced Joe Con until you've had an argument with Gil.
Oh my God.
Listen, my first JoeCon was 03, and it was was it the fucking I can't even, I think it was the Dreadnought year. 04?
04.
It was me and fucking Gil went down to Florida, and he was with fucking whatever. You know?
Yeah.
I swear to God, I didn't have to argue with Gil because he had plenty of that shit going on. But I only stayed. I didn't stay. I think I stayed one night. I rented a car, stayed one night. I stayed way off the strip. I think Gil had stayed in the hotel, and it was cool, man. But
But Bill, you had one person you knew. That was
Yeah.
before you knew everybody.
Yeah, you weren't rooming with 3 or 4 other guys with smelly balls.
Woo.
All right? I'm not gonna say who, but some guys because they were up all night drinking, and in the morning there was some activity early that they just got out of bed and just walked out the door.
Whoa.
Okay, they may have gone to take a leak, but no shower, no brushing of the teeth, no changing the clothes from yesterday, out the door. And you got a couple of days of this. It's
Those balls had personality.
that's why I like that they have the Saturday dinner because
Yeah.
this forces everybody to take a shower.
Exactly.
There you go. You need something to make you take a fucking shower.
And by the way, Pedro and
Yeah.
Bill, I don't know when Pedro, I don't know when you're leaving on Sunday. My flight on Sunday is like 5 in the afternoon, so I plan to be up all night Saturday, and we're gonna have to go nuts.
Yeah, I don't know at all what my plans are for traveling. I have
You
no
still gotta
idea right
figure out
now.
your flight. Yeah.
I want to drive, and
Oh, that's right. You're driving with Damon.
it's but I love D, but I know that he can't make that commitment right now.
Gee, you listening to this?
So he's and it's and I understand he's got a lot of stuff and different things. You know, I could do it now, I can't do it later. Depends on him financially. And the problem is that I have to make my decision for the airfare ASAP.
Yeah.
But I really, really want to drive. I want to. I can take the time. I want to see America.
America?
America. I want to see America.
That's the side of America you don't want to see.
Oh, you know what? No, Midwest. I mean, it's Bible Belt, but you're cutting across the Midwest, ending up in Colorado. I think it'd be awesome. You know, what would be even better, but it's way too expensive, is to take the train out there, take an Amtrak.
Yeah, that's true.
But it takes about a week.
It takes a week.
You're not saving no money neither.
No.
You're spending the same money you would on an airfare. Yeah, it makes no sense.
I think it's more expensive. A friend of mine did it.
I looked into it a few times for Joe Cons, and I was like, yeah, fuck that. Yeah, I mean that's.
But that's the joke. I mean, we're excited about it. It's when we get the most chatter on our messaging chat. So this is our.
It's our WrestleMania.
There you go.
It's our WrestleMania.
You're overusing our WrestleMania lately.
Oh, it's our Mecca.
It is.
It's our Mecca. We have to travel to go to the holy site.
Why don't we just create our own toy show and slowly turn it into a 2-week, 3-day, 2-day, 3-day thing, man?
Hey, we could do that.
Sure. Oh, sure. It's so easy. Let's just do it.
I didn't say do it in the first show. I said we start with a 1-day show and we slowly build it.
You know what? That's how the club did it. You gotta have. A lot of people think that, oh, you know what? I'll give Hasbro $10,000 and they'll give it to me. No, you have to be a proven convention. We do a really well-run GI Joe toy show for a few years, and then we can go with a proposal to Hasbro and say, look, this is what we've got. This is what we can that we can afford the license, and this is our organization. You can give them a business plan that includes everything from top down. And then maybe we could do it, because I imagine that's what the club did. The club had been around Fun Publications been around for a long time.
Well, I wasn't talking about taking over G.I. Joe. I was just talking about having a fucking weekend party.
Oh, Bill, you want us to bring the party to you?
You're going on a whole new fucking, path. I don't know if I'm prepared to take over G.I. Joe, man.
Bill, you want us to bring the party to you?
No, I'm good. I'm just saying we could bring the party to somewhere else.
Yeah, to you, you gotta come. It's fun. This is kind of like our Fantasy Island getaway.
Deep play.
Exactly. That's I think that's Brian Savage's little kid.
Who's not so little anymore.
No, they're getting older. It's depressing.
I mean, wow, man. It's yeah.
And I gotta say this. Part of the experience of JoeCon, obviously, Alan is a pillar. But it's Gil and his Gilness, and seriously, nobody struts like a cock better than Steve Balla.
Oh yeah.
Steve Balla is the head rooster in that hen house.
Absolutely.
He's the head rooster with all the cocks, but you have to see, you have to experience Balla. Balla's just great. It's just awesomeness. It's just awesome as Balla. Balla is absolutely inappropriate, but he's never inappropriate.
Right.
So, going with this Gil thing, 2012, I went up to Rhode Island, me and Mary, and we were just going for the floor for the day. I just got back into collecting, so I had kind of been out of touch with everybody, and we're sitting out in the big open glass, by the big open glass window and whatever. And
at the convention center.
Yeah, and all of a sudden I look over and here comes this fucking Gil running at 100 miles an hour, high stepping or whatever, and he's got this giant tub on his shoulder.
Wheeling and dealing. Wheeling and dealing.
And I'm like, I mean, this tub is big, and he's hauling, and I'm like, yo, Gil, what's up? You know, like I haven't seen nobody in a minute, you know, so I'm like, Gil, what's the deal? What's going on? He's like, no, yo, hey, everybody's here. Yeah, Steve's over there. This guy's over here. Yeah, I got this whole tub of A-Rod. And I'm like, what? I pause and like, he's like, yeah, yo, bro, I gotta go. I'm trying to sell this A-Rod. And I'm sitting here going, what the fuck is A-Rod, yo? I'm like, why does he have a tub of A-Rod figures? Just like, Listen, I don't call it A-Rod. I just call it fucking vintage Joe, you know, whatever. And it didn't click on me. And then years later, we're talking. He's like, no, man, A-Rod figures. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. But he was talking so fast. And
yeah.
God forbid
that is why you got to see him wheeling and dealing.
Right. But God forbid that. Listen, God forbid.
For every little scrap. For every little scrap. For every little edge.
God forbid that motherfucker took 2 seconds to pause. I would have understood him, and I would have been able to meet up with all you guys. Instead, he's going, he's over here. He's over there.
Oh, that's too bad.
And I'm like, dude, I was like, yo, I'd have bought that bin for $400. It was a big fucking bin, and he's trying to get 4 bills for it. I just started getting back in. I'd have had a grip.
He's just yeah. And the other guy, he only went out 1 year, but that one performance is just timeless. Nick at JoeCon with his grandmother shopping cart with, I swear to God, a ripped up piece of cardboard where he wrote with a mark, but not even a marker, with a pen, will trade for trade and sale. And he stuck it on however he could at this shopping cart. Okay, and it's not, and in the shopping cart might have been his mother's or his grandmother's, because it looked like it had been passed down a couple of generations.
One of the ones from the city where people in the city that walked back and forth.
The upright one. So the ones of the people, especially old ladies.
I saw a homeless person in San Rafael doing that the other day, actually.
Okay, but the thing
is, sell or trade my body for food.
But he takes a ripped up piece of cardboard. At least the way I remember it was a ripped up piece of cardboard, and then with a pen, not a marker, whatever he found, and then he just stuck it on there.
But that wasn't the half of it, Pedro. The most epic thing about that weekend with Nick was he was harassing the living fuck out of Brian
Beautiful.
Savage.
I can't believe what he got away with.
Just harassed him.
Oh,
I never saw anybody harass somebody in my life.
Vintage Nick. And I spent the day with him yesterday. He did this all day. Okay?
Oh yeah, you got to tell us about this. Yesterday.
All day. But Nick, but Bill, what happened was that Nick signed up for the convention really late, after all the 3 3/4 inch box sets were sold out. So he had to buy the 12-inch set. Okay? So, it's too bad, so sad. You know, for any of us, we asked out.
Yeah.
It may have been our fault. It may not have been a fault, but that's how the game works. That's what happens. It's sold out. It's sold out. He pestered Brian Savage and complained to him from the moment he arrived. Was it was it? I forgot what city it was.
That was Illinois, I believe.
Indianapolis.
Indiana. I'm sorry. Yes, Indianapolis.
In Indiana, okay? He harassed him every single moment he ran into him in the hallways, at the dinners, okay? In the bathroom, on the floor. That Sunday, before they left, Brian saw him on the floor, called him, and exchanged a box set with him.
Are you shitting me?
No kidding.
Bravo.
No kidding.
Actually,
only Nick could do that.
Hey, but listen, I can't be that fucking guy, man. I can't be on, I got some kind of way, man. I can't be that guy.
I can easily see you being that guy. No offense.
You know what? You know what it is? You know what it is? I don't think Bill can do it. It's not that he's a lack of skill. It's not his personality.
Yeah, I know. I'm not pushing.
This is Nick. Nick will convince somebody so earnestly, the person knows that he's full of shit, or that basically doesn't know what he's talking about. He was trying to sell these crappy Magic cards that all he had were commons. Well, basically the ones that everybody gets and everybody has, nobody has. Everybody has, and nobody wants.
He's like these people that they start selling shit out of the magazines, and they got to get other people to sign up and push it on other people to buy shit out of magazines. It's a pyramid scheme, and eventually those people, some of them might make some good money, but they literally fucking ostracize all their friends, and they never want to see them again.
It's a good analogy.
But Nick doesn't do that to friends. He does that to stores.
No, and he's great with friends.
Yeah, he
sold an AFA Stalker to me for a beautiful price. He is really good with his friends.
No. Dude, he's hooked me up. What he does is that he's relentless in the art of the deal. He's the original. He should write the art of the deal, because he doesn't care if he has to do it 100 times. We went to about 8 to 10 shops. He did it every single time, the same thing. And I try to explain to him in between. They know that this has been cherry picked. You could tell I used to do Magic, and these are the cards from my era. These are the ones that are everywhere. They're easy to find and have been reprinted ad nauseum the last 20 years. He still went to the stores and said, "Oh, wait a minute. I looked at these cards. They're all from 1994. This set's got to be $200 by now." And they would tell him, all right, and they told him no, and the owner told him, "Man, I'll give you $15 for this." All right, Nick is relentless, and the thing is that he's sincere, and he's not trying to run a con. He believes it.
Yeah,
he believes it. Okay, and the thing is that it'll get to a point that he'll be like, maybe I'll repackage it. Maybe I'll just sell it and get my $40 back. He's not trying to make an insane killing on it. He's trying to make a little bit here, a little bit there. He's got a family, so he's got a family. He's got responsibilities and bills, and anything that'll give him a few extra dollars here, there, so he can continue wheeling and dealing. The man is a parts whore. Give him a little part. He will spend the next couple of years finding the other parts at it as cheaply as possible to say that he's got it complete so that he can sell it.
Yep.
Speaking of con, totally different con. Where you guys were distributing flyers for the
FSS, Far Side Subscription Service Con.
Custom Con.
Well, but I'm sorry, you're right. Brought to you by the subscription service, but it's a custom collectors con. This is where we're going to see the debut of a lot of Solomon Witt's figures and toy line.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it, man.
The stuff that he's showing us, the prototypes are just sick, and he is working night and day. He's working night and day, and he's busting his hump doing it. All right. So yesterday, Nick and I, Nick was trying to sell us some comic books that he had. Again, 80s and 90s. So those conversations in every single place.
You just want to tuck your head in the sand, right?
Yes, because I told him, Nick, nobody wants these. But Nick is.
You get embarrassed.
Relentless. Yeah, at first I was getting embarrassed, but then I realized, why am I getting embarrassed? There's no reason. It's him. He wants to do it, and he's not doing anything wrong. You know what? If he's good for him once he finally sells them.
Yeah, like he did with Brian Savage, right?
Exactly. You know what? Early worm gets the worm.
It becomes a good story.
The squeaky wheel gets the oil. I heard that potentially a bassist from a rock band, metal band from the early '90s might make an appearance, might just show up. The guy writes comics now, so that's why it would be relevant. So
nice.
I hope it happens. I don't want to announce it because I don't know yet. And to tell you the truth, most people out there won't know who they are. If you're into the New York metal / hardcore scene / thrash scene of the early '90s, New York and Brooklyn. And specifically Brooklyn-based. If you ever heard of L'Amour's, if you've ever been to L'Amour's, then you would know who they are. But they're going to be, Solomon got a solid list of guests. Digger Mesh, okay, Rob Bruce, okay,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know too much about Brimstone, but I imagine you guys could tell me. And we're going to do something that a lot of, that doesn't get done regularly. We're going to simulcast our pod dash videocast.
Yeah.
Okay. My dream is to interview the guy from the band who's a comic book writer, but I'm not going to bother him with that. But we'll interview some of these guys. We may have a panel.
I'm sure he'll
Okay.
want to come on, man. So I mean, we'll have everybody come on that wants to.
And Steve Bala is going to perform one as a host of one of his great GI Joe games. This guy comes up with some great games.
He does.
And we're going to play with the people there, and we're going to play with it with you people online. So more details to come, but we're hoping to have fun while doing this.
March 26th.
Saturday, March 26th, the day before Easter.
12 to 7.
12 to 7, and it's going to be fun. And if you can't make it, you got the Plastic Empire to hook you up, to show you what it is. We hope to show you some customs. We hope to show you Solomon's Customs and his subscription service. It's going to be it's going to be hot. It's going to be hot.
It's going to be a fun time.
So. Absolutely, totally.
So now we've all seen Deadpool, right?
Finally,
I know. I took forever.
I just want to start off by, I did see the bootleg. I did say that I needed to see it live, so I went in IMAX, of course. I do pay for my fucking movies, man. When I want to. I love, number one, right off the jump, is that opening scene where everything's suspended and you see the little Easter eggs, the sexiest man alive people with them on it.
With the credits rolling
yes.
at the same time. Brilliant.
With Angel in the Morning playing in the background.
Yes, with the great soundtrack, ass hats, producers. I don't remember exactly.
That CGI character. Instead of giving us the name of the actors, the producers, and the director, they gave you all these simplified, stereotypical roles that they played.
That douche English bad guy or whatever.
Yep.
That was great.
I love when the wallet also. Maybe you guys could tell me, because it had the Green Lantern card, but it also had a high, a 5 orange or Octane 5 orange card. Is that something? Because I seen it later in the movie. Is that a Deadpool thing?
Oh man, I'd have to see that again. I don't remember.
It might be. I don't know.
Yeah, I've seen it at one of the clubs. I think the strip club, when they went into the strip club.
I'll have to be honest with you. I need to see that movie again with closed captioning. There was so much dialogue.
Oh my!
Oh yeah, me too.
And
Brilliant.
the theater that I went to, for whatever reason, only the front speakers were working.
Oh, that sucks.
So I missed a lot of references a lot of the references and jokes that he just spat out. I missed a lot of them.
Oh,
crap. That script was fucking brilliant, man.
Oh yeah.
From top to bottom, just brilliant.
Well, there was no plot. It was.
The plot was so ordinary, but the script is what made the movie special.
Yeah, it wasn't about because it wasn't about the plot or story. It's not something complex. It's not trying to. It's absolutely not trying to be Days of Future Past. No. It really did a fantastic job of giving the world the Deadpool that it wanted and it deserved.
Yeah.
One of my favorite parts of the movie were when him and what's her name got him and his girl there. I don't know.
Vanessa.
When him and Vanessa, like, they were spending all that time together after they just met. I mean, that was great. She hits him with the strap on.
But first of all, there are children listening, and it's a spoiler.
Well,
I think we're past the spoiler point at this point. And as for children, look at the language you've been using.
Yeah. And as soon as we start talking Deadpool, you could shut the shit off or fucking.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, that part was funny as shit. And
their relationship and go right ahead.
Yeah, all that whole line of relationship, the month to month, and
what I thought what they did brilliantly in this movie, because lots of times we get an action movie where they shoehorn, okay, the romance and the damsel in distress.
Right.
Okay, she's just a throwaway, and they just need to have her there. Um, while she's still a damsel in distress, but that you felt that relationship, they sold it.
Oh yeah, they did.
You actually felt for Deadpool, even though he is what I would consider Deadpool is a Looney Tune character. It's a Looney Tune movie. Okay, he's not real. He breaks the fourth wall. They're just gags left and right. He's a real life Bugs Bunny.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what's great. That's what's great about him. But they really did a great job with the relationship with Vanessa.
Yeah.
Now, what I would have liked if they would have done Vanessa like the comic book, who was a super villain, or she was not a super villain, but she was a mercenary.
She tried to be from what I read, she tried to come off as what, Domino, or
she was Domino.
Well, I mean, she's supposed to be this character named Copycat.
Yeah,
yes, but Copycat, but the Domino, when Domino was introduced in New Mutants, I think it was '98 as well.
'98, yeah.
Okay, that right there was our first introduction to Copycat, not Domino. That was always.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So we didn't really meet Domino until a few issues. Later that year or a year later in X-Force.
That's right.
All right. I just wikied that shit. So I mean.
Yeah, but that's the right information. And again, they did the characters great. And what I loved is that the bartender was the comedic sidekick or friend, and I like the fact that they underplayed him, because that guy was horrendous in Transformers 4.
Oh yeah. No, he's Weasel. Weasel was introduced by Joe Kelly in Deadpool series, and he's great.
He was in that movie. I don't fucking remember in Transformers 4.
Yeah, he was.
I remember that guy.
He was the assistant to Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he dies early. Spoiler alert.
That's yeah. I listen.
Silicon Valley. Thank you, Bill, for the recommendation.
That show is fucking top notch. All of you listen out there, Silicon Valley is amazing.
I recommend it too. One of the great sitcom.
Super,
and it's not a sitcom. Great comedy. It's not a sitcom. My bad. Yeah. Great comedy.
HBO. He's great in it. You know,
fantastic.
What's his name? Middle Ditch is awesome in it. He does a great job. That awesome, dry, just always fucking up type of comedy. You know what I'm saying? And it comes off great. I can't wait.
Great twists and turns. Really good twists and turns.
Yeah.
But yeah, Vanessa. I mean, I forget the actress's name, but man, she's
Monica Baccarin, or I think.
What's her name?
Monica Baccarin. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name.
Yeah, she's
my favorite. She might be my favorite actress. I don't think to me she's the sexiest. She's just her role alone in Firefly. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You watch Homeland? Oh, that she has some good sex scenes, boy. That body.
She's in Homeland too?
Yeah. She was Brody's wife.
Shh. Don't give it away.
I mean, that's like 7 seasons ago, man.
Well, I heard that Homeland.
Until I bring out the Arrow spoilers.
Don't you dare.
Flash. Hey, I got to talk shit I know, man. I can't keep up with you.
I'm still catching up. I'm still catching up on Flash.
Yeah.
I'm up to an episode right now that just by the title, I'm dreading watching it.
Hey, listen, Zoom is.
I read it. I read it that they think Zoom might be back or whatever.
I don't know.
I'm up to the episode before that where I guess Barry is struggling on outing himself to his girlfriend Patty or Pat.
Patty.
That's the description, and when I read that description, I'm like, I don't want to watch this. Oh my God.
That's like last season, man. What the fuck are you doing?
No, it's last half season.
Yeah.
I'm 6 episodes behind.
You gotta let me talk about shit I know at this point. Hurry up.
Okay. Well, you know what? Go right ahead.
No, did you caught up on Walking Dead at least?
Oh yeah, no, I watch that every week.
Right,
I watch that on Sunday. Sunday.
We're veering off the subject. Let's get back to Deadpool. I love the fucking little innuendos, the Wolverine, the X-Men, the teenage, group movies. I think they nailed every
All the references are awesome.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I love the
Cab driver.
fourth. I love the fourth wall. The cab driver was great, but I love the fourth wall references. Like I missed it. I read it somewhere that when Colossus tells him that he's being taken to X Mansion to meet the professor. I missed this because of my ear hearing and the lack of speakers in the theater. That he asked him if it was McAvoy or
Stewart.
Stewart.
It was
I missed
brilliant.
that. That stuff is awesome.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, that was so great. That was great.
I will say that again, this is not the movie itself, it's the promotions department and marketing. That opening scene and that whole action sequence was not as good for me because I saw it in the trailers.
Yeah, they did a lot in the trailer. I do like how the dude guy he goes, he was dead before he got here. The guy fucking splat off the
I know, but that was in the trailer.
Was it? No, when he fell off the sign?
That wasn't the trailer. Well, that, yes, but the opening sequence you're referring to was not the trailer. That was that footage that was released a couple years ago.
That was early.
Oh, maybe the early footage. Okay.
That was the early footage that was leaked, and that's what the beginning of the movie was.
Okay, but then I take it back because I think it was because of the response to that footage that they greenlighted the project.
Yep.
They greenlit the project. Okay.
Yeah. You know what though? Like you said, it's not about to me. It wasn't necessarily about the plot. The movie fucking killed without. It didn't even need a plot.
Yeah, the plot was retarded. His background was retarded. He was a mercenary for people that for down in their luck, women or something like that, or
I heard the kill board, the Deadpool. I heard that there were different names on there, like Shia LaBeouf. Obviously, I'm in the theater, so you can't pause.
Oh, I really like that. That's how he got his name because of the Deadpool, which is from that 1987 Dirty Harry movie, the Deadpool.
Right.
I couldn't believe. In that movie had Jim Carrey and Liam Neeson.
Really?
And Liam Neeson was the bad guy.
I didn't realize Jim Carrey was in that.
Yes, Jim Carrey plays the Axl Rose.
Oh wow! Okay, I have to see that again.
And Jim Carrey plays a rock star, and it's a short role, but he's one of the first ones that ends up dying, because he was on a Deadpool.
Interesting.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I felt the movie was a grand slam for me personally. I don't have that comic knowledge, but I do enjoy. As much of the plot, it didn't need a plot. I do like the him and Vanessa plot part. That was well done. The X-Men stuff was kind of thrown in there, I think, for yucks.
For yucks, and they did a really good job in doing it.
They did a great job.
Yeah.
We can only afford to have two of you guys.
Yeah. That fucking line, man. I loved it.
All right, they did. It's a superhero movie that we wanted to see the way we wanted to see it. They treated the character, they treated the subject matter, and yeah, there wasn't really this intricate, complicated plot. But it's an origin story, so origin stories always get in the way. The origin story I thought was retarded, but I always thought Deadpool was retarded anyway. Mm-hmm. But once you get past all that, and it's very short and it's very quick, they just need to get you there. Okay, that mouth on Ryan Reynolds is just amazing.
Well, he is Deadpool. I mean, he was born to be Deadpool.
Yeah. Well, I would say Van Wilder was born to be Deadpool, but yeah.
I mean, it's like I think I mentioned this before. I felt like Christopher Reeve was Superman, Robin Williams was Popeye in those movies. I feel like Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool. He is Deadpool.
Yeah.
So
he definitely killed it. He definitely killed it, and he had a lot of naysayers going into this movie, and people were up in arms like, like same with like guys like Ben Affleck and.
Oh, not really. I wouldn't say they had as many naysayers for this movie.
For who?
For Deadpool?
Well,
no, they had that.
Not the movie Ryan Reynolds. He's gonna fuck up the character. No?
Okay, I didn't know. I didn't hear that, but it doesn't mean it wasn't out there. This is the internet we're talking about.
Yeah.
I personally believe that he killed it in the Wolverine Origins movie in the first half before they decided to close his mouth and give him eye beams.
Exactly.
Because he did that rapid, making fun of everybody, very conscious of the situation, speech, and not for nothing, this type of role is perfect for a Van Wilder.
Yeah. How about the? Did you see that with the action figure?
Oh, that was awesome. I have that action figure.
Do you?
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
I didn't know if they made that for the movie or not. Like it looked like they kind of kit bashed it, but I guess not.
No,
it's a real figure.
It's the Wolverine Origins 3 3/4 inch end of the movie Deadpool.
I have that.
Deadpool.
I don't know why I bought it, but I have it.
I think it's a cool figure if you think of it as anything else but Deadpool.
Exactly.
So let's transition back to toys, man. Pedro, I don't know if you've seen this yet, but I'm gonna screen share this, and I don't want to spoil it for you.
Okay, I'm gonna close my eyes. I'm closing my eyes. Tell me when to look.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Can look
This
now.
just.
Oh.
Now,
You haven't seen this yet, Pedro?
Oh, not this teaser. I know they were working on it, and I saw the previous teaser, which you didn't get any detail.
And this is Mach-A Toys, right?
And it's Mach-A Toys, who right now I think is the best third party.
Now, when I seen this is what happened with me.
I love the Mach-A Toys aesthetic. They're the ones that did this guy, the Hound. Okay. They also have oh my God.
Look at that.
That is gorgeous.
Now for people that are listening, this is the Despotron Mach-A Toys. It's basically Megatron and
G1 Megatron.
G1 Megatron. The gun mode is fucking amazing. The robot mode is a little harder to see, but it looks like it's going to be.
It looks phenomenal. He looks like he might even have some. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe it's the way his pelvis is thrusting forward, but it looks like there's some chest or abdomen pivot so that he could do a chest crunch. Because he looks like he's like, ugh.
Yeah, like he's looking down.
He's looking down and he's moving his chest down to look down. It looks gorgeous. Mach-A Toys has incredible quality, incredible build. Okay, the only thing I complain about them is that they don't give you a collector's third-party card. That's the only thing that I would complain about them.
Oh, please.
About a card. I don't know what to tell you at that point.
Pedro, now that I was looking to see if BBTS had a pre-order for this thing, and they don't yet.
It's too early.
But now they put pre-order back up for that Dystopia figure, man.
Ooh.
It's down to $434.99. What do you think?
I think it's all you. I wouldn't get that because the price point, and I'm waiting for their Scorponok.
I love the colors on this thing, though.
Yeah, I know you're really big into that. I'm not that big into Dystopia because, again, it's the bright neon colors. It's just,
I can't believe they put this back up for order. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I can't spend that kind of money.
Well, for the people that don't know, Dystopia is based on a third party, like
I'll share my
18 inch, right? Is it 18 inches? It's pretty freaking big. Metroplex. I have the Metroplex. Gorgeous piece.
So here it is. It's basically this was a recoloring of Metroplex. This was the Takara version of like the evil version of Metroplex. I love the blue, I love the red, I love the white. And basically this thing went up like a year ago. It was over $500. BBTS sold out of it, and now I just noticed that the pre-order is back up and it's at $435. I don't know what the fuck to do.
Jesus Christ, just ignore it and move on.
As one of
that is hilarious.
As one of my best friends, Steven Celentano, would say, it doesn't work that way.
Well, Alan,
$434. What is it? $434.99.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
I need some shit on my car, like a new battery or something. Help the brother out.
Well, you know what? Alan doesn't have a car. There you go.
Jesus Christmas.
You see, that's
I
how
don't
you play
know.
it.
I don't know what to do. I wish I didn't see this. If I didn't go looking for it, fuck. Or as the Irish Sheik would say, fuck. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I would like to say a few other things that he says, but they're not appropriate. At least not for this forum.
Oh God.
He is, and you know how it goes.
Yeah.
That jabroni. Oh man. So okay, what else do we got? We got all right. I want to listen. I want to talk about this. Was it the Civil War trailer, man? There's a new Civil War trailer out, and the Captain America, for anybody who's not sure what Civil War is. And I gotta be honest, the trailer gave me fucking chills just watching it. I don't know if you guys seen it yet.
Was this the Super Bowl one? Because that's pretty old if that's the case. I don't think there was another one since then.
I'm not sure, man.
It might be re-edited. It might be new that it's re-edited and they've spliced in a couple of new things.
No, you know what? It is a Super Bowl one. So it's not new. Okay, so I'm an asshole for bringing it up, but
No, it's all right.
Don't be so hard on yourself, Bob.
there was I had read the story because it was about how the CEO of Walt Disney, Robert Iger, he unveiled a trailer that had Black Panther mainly in the trailer for I guess the board. So it had brought me to this trailer, and that's my bad for not reading the name of the trailer, but it is the TV spot, Super Bowl TV spot, and I gotta say, man, it gave me chills because it was so quick and done right and fast, and by the end of it, my hair was standing up on the back of my neck.
Yeah, and I heard somewhere that people are saying that it's testing super well. Take that with a grain of salt. What does that mean? I don't know.
Well, it's the same guys who did Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier was almost a perfect movie.
Yeah, it was.
So
it was, and
if it's the same guys, and this is it's essentially going to be Avengers 2.5 when you think about it. I mean, I don't see how it can really go wrong, but.
Well, I hope it's actually. I'm looking forward to Winter Soldier Plus. Because that last Avengers movie was a little too cluttered. I hope this one they can work it a little bit better.
Yeah, I just can't wait to. Hopefully they release this to the general public. But I'll read a synopsis of what they said. It said the clip started off with a car chase featuring a motorcycle and a black Audi SUV. The chase involved Captain America, Black Panther, Bucky Barnes, and Falcon. They pursued each other through a tunnel, which became engulfed in explosions generated by the skirmish. Eventually, the characters emerged from the tunnel, only to be met by War Machine. It appeared as though he was on the scene to detain Captain America. Stand down, War Machine angrily told the captain. Congratulations, Cap, you're a criminal. Black Panther then intervened, bearing his metal claws and ripping off his mask to reveal his identity. So, very interesting. I can't wait for that Black Panther character and his own movie as well.
Yeah, they're gonna do. I'm pretty sure that's gonna get greenlit, and they're gonna do that.
Yeah, I think 2018 or 2020.
But I will guarantee you this: it won't get nominated for an Oscar.
Probably not. That Revenant shit. I can't believe that he won.
Hey, I'm sorry, but I gotta say, I put this up on our board. I don't know if you guys saw it. Did you see that staged reaction to Leonardo DiCaprio winning the Oscar?
I responded. That was beautiful.
I shit
my
God. Pants laughing. Bill, do you know what I'm talking about?
No, because I don't care a lick about it.
Want me to play it?
What a waste. If you want.
It's hysterical. It's again, you could tell it's staged, but it was absolutely hysterical. Let me look it up here.
It's going to be a little bit difficult, though, for the people at home just listening.
Well, I mean, if I share my screen.
Podcast.
Well,
go ahead.
Go ahead. Yeah, go right ahead and do it.
We can try it.
Fun. How I hate the Oscars and all those award shows, so I don't waste my...
Yeah, I never did. You know what? The best award show I ever saw in my life, and it was only one segment, and it was... and I love the reaction to a girl, a junior high school girl, when the next day. It was 1987 or 88 American Music Awards. and Guns N' Roses won for best album, first rock act. They won something, and the only two members in attendance were Slash and Duff, the lead guitarist and the bassist, and they showed up drunk off their asses, both holding a mixed drink in their hands. And they stumbled onto the stage, and they received their award, and they started immediately to curse. It was like, oh, fucking thank you. I want to fucking thank everybody. It was awesome. And the kids at my school was like, oh, they just, because I was a big Guns N' Roses fan. And he goes, oh, the Guns N' Roses let you down. I didn't say anything. I was like, oh, my God, you're so... what is wrong with you? But anyway.
All right, so this guy's page name is Logan Paul. He does a lot of these stage things. I just started looking him up once I saw this. So again, I believe this is essentially a stage reaction to Leonardo DiCaprio winning.
Oh, it's absolutely staged, but
it's got to be. So I'll play it right now.
No audio, Alan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, without the audio. Now we're definitely losing the people in the podcast. Oh, they're dropping like flies. They're all disconnecting. Oh, that's.
How do I get the audio to work?
You can't because you got your headset in. So let's not go down that path.
Oh, you know what, Bill, that's a good point. This is why I didn't want to use the headset. Bill, let me give you the link.
Okay.
Yes, because.
Here.
But no.
Sorry about that.
The headset, Alan, it's way better with the headset. I don't know what the mic issues you were having before, but it's way better. It's better than the echo.
Well, Bill, I just put in the chat.
I got it.
You want to share your screen, though.
Yeah, well, fucking technology does not want to work for me. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you guys saw that movie, but it was pretty fucking horrible in my opinion.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the type of movie. You know what? For the most part, Oscar-winning war movies, unless it's back in the day, I'm not really interested in them. This is what I have a problem with. I have a problem that every year there has to be an Oscar award-winning movie. When I think that sometimes we're going to have years where there's not one movie that's really that outstanding.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess maybe the competition is the best of that particular year. But you look at some of these movies and you compare them to, I don't know, The Godfather or The African Queen going way back. All right? I just don't know if, I don't know. I don't think you have, to me, it'd be a lot more legitimate. And I have a problem with the Hall of Fames because of that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, with the Baseball Hall of Fame, they don't have somebody, they don't vote them in for the most part. Baseball's a little bit better. But in the NFL, they let anybody in. I mean, seriously.
So here we go, playing it now.
Share your screen.
It's not shared?
I see you.
Well, more technical difficulties for the people out there. How's that?
Well, it worked for the podcast people, but now not for the video.
How about now?
I still see
I
Bill.
still see you.
What in the flying fuck, man?
Now you're now you're no longer presenting.
Now I'm gonna share my screen.
There you go.
Nope. Yup. It's happening.
It's happening. It's gonna. There you go.
Finally, we are back on the show. Ready?
The title of the wait. The title of the video is "Fans' Crazy Reaction to Leonardo DiCaprio's Win, Oscar 2016." Go.
Go.
And the Oscar goes to Leonardo.
They're doing the
Titanic, the teddy bear on fire, and it's just screaming. It's staged, but it's
so
well
brilliant, though. Oh my God!
Brilliantly done. It's brilliantly done.
I gotta be honest. I can't believe how many people were like fucking commenting on it. I didn't know it was that important that Leo got a fucking Oscar.
It's not. That's the joke. It is so not important, and yet everybody is treating it like it's the most important. We got all this.
You know what, because
this is going to be my rabid conservative thing now. It's like there's so much shit going on in the world right now, so much stupid shit, and this is what people are worried about.
Look, Black Lives Matter would say the same thing. It's unwrapped. They were like, "You're worried. You're concerned about this and not Black lives."
All right, well, it's true. It's true.
I say for me the problem is that I never liked. I don't think he's a bad actor, bad guy, but he looks like he has some kind of syndrome where he doesn't age. He looks like an eternally a little boy.
It's creepy. You're right.
I can't take him seriously in a lot of his roles. Because when I look at him, I see Leonardo DiCaprio. I don't see him. I don't see an actor playing that role and becoming that role.
But that's like this movie Revenant. I didn't think it was good at all, but then I watched The Beach, and I thought The Beach was fucking phenomenal. And what about?
I don't know. I don't know The Beach. I saw the Wolf of Wall Street. I mean, he was good in it, but he still looked like he was, 21. Yeah. He still looks like a little kid.
Well, so that guy was young at the time too, so it kind of fits.
No, it's not that old. No.
You know what, though? To Pedro's point, though, about Leonardo DiCaprio always being Leonardo DiCaprio, one of my favorite movies he's in, and not because of him, is Gangs of New York. And in Gangs of New York, you've got Daniel Day-Lewis who's playing, Bill Cunningham. Like, that's Bill. I see him as Bill. And I see him as Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, well, Daniel Day-Lewis is an actor, and he really gets into his roles. That's the problem I have with Ryan Reynolds. In anything but Van Wilder and Deadpool, he's always Van Wilder or Deadpool.
That's a good point.
Okay,
yeah.
Remember, I only seen parts of it because I just wanted to gag. The vampire, Blade 3.
Yeah.
Blade 3, he basically plays Deadpool light.
Pretty much.
Okay, he just doesn't have the mask on, but it's all the it's all those it's all the jokes and the quick comments, the satire, satirical comments, the sarcastic comments, and for me, Leo is a better actor, but Leo, I see Leo, I can't unsee Leo, and I don't understand what fascination directors have with him.
All right, let's segue back to something toy-related or geek-related so we don't lose everybody. All right. Alan, you got something?
Well, this isn't exactly toy-related, but I want to discuss another trailer, and that's Ghostbusters, because that just came out.
It's geek-related,
It's geek-related, yeah. Ghostbusters...
You know what?
Excuse me. I take Ghostbusters seriously.
Listen, I'm taking that back, because you know what? Leo actually was a huge action figure collector. He had a massive G.I. Joe collection, by the way.
That is true.
That was
you know what? This
counts, motherfuckers. All you guys who left. I saw we had 3 viewers. Now you got 1 left. Fuck you guys, okay?
They're not listening, so.
Well, hopefully they catch the podcast part.
Look.
It's probably Kevin and Eddie had to go to bed,
Well, they got kids. They got kids, especially Kevin with the little ones.
Yeah.
They're adorable, by the way, Kevin. Those pictures are adorable.
Yep.
I mean, those are 2 good-looking twins.
Yep.
Because it would suck to have 2 bad-looking twins. Because not just one, it'd be 2 bad-looking kids, and that would suck.
He's got good fucking genes. How about that, Kevin? You got good genes.
Well, maybe, yeah, it must have passed on. It passed on from the previous generations.
It's probably Angela. It's probably not you.
Yeah.
So, all right, so you got the trailer. I guess I'll play the trailer since you got all kinds of
I got the headphones on, so yeah, I guess you have to. You got the link?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
It's on the page.
This is the new one with the all-female cast.
Exactly.
All right. So let's see what we're on here. I haven't All right. Oh, right into it. Look at that. Flawless.
You want to scroll down a little. There you go.
Jinxed it.
Ghostbusters trailer. All-female cast.
Brought to you by the Plastic Empire.
It's a class 4 operation. It's okay. She seems peaceful.
Ooh.
My name is Erin Gilbert, Doctor of Particle Physics.
loud.
By the way, in every crack.
Too loud?
Very hard to
No,
watch.
it's fine.
We have dedicated our whole lives to studying the paranormal. Now there's sightings all over the city.
I love the ghosts.
There that need our help. Holtzman, you're a brilliant engineer. Aaron, no one's better at quantum physics than you. We can provide a real service.
That's me in the
You
podcast.
guys are really
The use
smart
of one.
with buying stuff, but I know New York, and I can borrow a car from my uncle.
That's me from in the podcast.
It's Cadillac.
No, you're more like the physicist.
Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, sorry. I'll let you.
Next time. Okay.
I don't know how to feel about this with the
Someone is
all-women
creating a
cast. I gotta be
device that
honest.
amplifies paranormal activity. And we might be the only ones who can stop it. Holtzman, come on.
The hat is too much, right? Is it the wig or the hat?
What, a giant Beetlejuice?
There's a bigger picture at hand here. These ghosts can possess the human form.
Thor.
Oh, hell no, the devil is a liar! Get out of my friend, ghost!
Ow, that's gonna leave a mark.
The power of pain compels you!
Ow!
It don't look god awful. It's coming out in the sun.
I don't. Okay, go ahead. Hello.
Yeah.
Bill, you start.
I don't think I didn't think it looks as awful as I thought it'd be, but I'm also pretty traditional where I like things to stay what they were and not get changed up just to change for the sake of changing it up.
I agree. That's what it feels like this movie is. It does feel like it's being done just for the sake of changing things up. It feels like an unnecessary reboot. And you know what? Here's the thing. To me, it has nothing to do with that it's women. I don't care about that. If it was four guys, I'd feel the exact same way. It feels like it is something that does not need to be done. And Pedro's brushing his teeth with an imaginary toothbrush.
Yes. Alan, you ignorant slut. They have to okay, first of all, problem is that there are no original ideas and they want to sell everything that was popular in the 80s, 20 years ago. They want stuff that is recognizable. Unfortunately, Egon is dead, and so they're never going to get the original cast to do this.
Don't do the original cast. Stick with they were men. I mean, you know what I mean?
But that
doesn't even matter to me. I don't think that's the issue.
The issue is it going to be good enough? And I can't tell from this trailer.
I don't care for women, man, but I'm just saying the original was men. Stick with men. Just the same as you say Nick Fury should be the old white dude with the cigar with the white.
Yeah, I don't care that they're women, but it should be all men. I don't care that you offer me vanilla, but I want vanilla.
I don't fucking know what you're saying at this point.
Yeah, I don't know what it's saying.
I don't even know what the fuck I'm saying. I'm just trying to get because I don't care that Nick Fury's fucking Samuel L. Jackson at this point. But they're gonna get him out of comedy.
Look, they made a point of making an all-female cast. I do think the female cast is talented. I like Melissa McCarthy.
Yeah.
Okay, and a couple of the others. I don't know the African-American chick. I think she's from Saturday Night Live.
I think so.
Okay, it all depends. You know, if you tell me Judd Apatow wrote the script, maybe I'd be definitely with it. If it's good, it'll be good, but you can't tell from the trailers. And I think a lot of people are. And you should see the YouTube. On YouTube, it's got way more dislikes than likes. It's ridiculous. Oh, yeah. It's embarrassing. Thousands of dislikes. And I think it's
that's based on the way they're changing.
Yeah, but I think it's unfair. I need to see it. People need to see it to see whether they enjoy it or not.
I agree.
Now, Alan, I agree, and I also agree. I also agree with Alan and you guys. The original Ghostbusters movie is a perfect comedy and they didn't know they were doing what they didn't know what they had in their hands, and they produced one of the greatest comedies of all time. Okay, that is a fantastically done movie from top to bottom. okay, with a great cast, and it's just one of those things that you don't know. Sometimes people know that when they're working on something that this is going to be epic. Like there are a lot of people out there that produce and create movies with the sole purpose of winning an Academy Award because that's what they want to do. Okay, they weren't. I don't think in their wildest dreams, Ivan Reitman and Harold Ramis thought that they were going to create the cultural phenomenon and even the sales for the time for the original Ghostbusters.
No, I don't think so either. It came out of nowhere, I think.
They had no merchandising for it. It was almost like, what? Wait, what? People like this? Merchandising for that movie didn't start trickling out until about a year later.
Right.
A year or two later. Okay,
Right.
it was so it's something that's sacred. It's something that's holy. Okay, so we'll see how it works. It's a comedy, so I'll give it a break and maybe it'll work. All right, like I would be totally against the remaking of The Godfather.
Yeah.
You're just not going to get that chemistry with those actors.
Yeah.
Like that recent remake from like 10 years back of Psycho. I wasn't even wasting my time with that.
Right.
The remake of The Omen. I know I'm picking a lot of horror movies here. Oh, but you know what? It's Ghostbusters. The original Omen still scares me. When you mix Catholicism, Satan, and you make it and you try to make it real, I can't sleep at night. Okay?
No, I agree.
And that original movie was amazing. Okay, with some of the greatest actors of all time. That remake with Sabretooth, ooh, it was boring as hell. And it was and they did the same exact movie. What I hope they don't do with Ghostbusters, which was so in the beginning, where they're in the library and they see the librarian ghost, and she's the one that slimes them.
Yeah.
And it's the same exact thing that you showed us. I hope it deviates a lot more.
But that's the thing, because I do feel like from what I've been reading online that a lot of the negatives is, oh, it's women or it's whatever. It feels just like it's redundant. And again, this goes back to what my problem was with The Force Awakens. I feel like The Force Awakens was redundant. I felt like it was just another version of New Hope. It feels like this is just another version of Ghostbusters. The same way when they redid RoboCop. They not only redid RoboCop, but they fucked up by making it PG-13.
I didn't even watch that.
Oh, I only watched it because I was on a plane. It was during one of my trips to New York, and I had nothing else to do, so I figured let me watch it. It was shit. It was unnecessary, and that's the problem with a lot of these reboots. They're just unnecessary. They're just money grabbing.
And you know what?
Yeah.
You're right. And what sucks is that I don't know if either one of you guys saw the last Judge Dredd movie.
I did not. I heard it was very good.
Oh my God, it's amazing.
I heard it was very good.
It's amazing because it didn't have a crazy plot, but it stuck to the character. And it was literally like flipping through an issue of Judge Dredd.
Wow.
Okay? It was just him dealing with some balls out crazy situation and him never breaking character. Great actor. The guy that played the guy from I forgot his name. He had a role in Lord of the Rings, particularly in the second movie. He was the cavalry that saved everybody in Helm's Deep.
Oh.
Dr. McCoy from the new Star Trek movies.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
I forgot his name. Great actor, and he was just perfect. But they're not going to make a sequel to that. No, they're going to reboot. They're going to reboot Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, Mary told me watch Dredd. So.
And not the Stallone flick. That was awful. Yeah. God awful.
Yeah, she meant the new one.
Yeah.
I knew you'd say that.
I haven't seen it yet, but I'm definitely gonna check it out.
All right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I thought I'd share something. I thought I'd do one of those. Can I get Alan to buy it? Segments.
Real quick. So while we're on the movies, I don't want to. There's a quick one just to mention it. They're talking about Sony's reviving the Spider-Man spin-off of Venom. It looks like they're putting it. Oh my God! It looks like they're gonna put it back in production or whatever. So I just wanted to bring that up. I just seen it.
I mean, maybe if they do the new Flash Thompson Venom or something like that, maybe. Venom is a cool-looking and cool villain. But shitty character. Okay? You can enjoy it. He's an important, integral part of Spider-Man. Okay? But he is not somebody there's no real body of work and definitive story for him. Okay, he basically came from out of thin air, literally, and they kind of shoehorned him as the big scary bad guy, and that was basically they did a lot of cool stuff, and that in of itself is not bad, but I don't know if I would give it its own movie.
Well, I also don't think really that I don't understand why Sony even wants to go down this path by themselves. I figured that once they decide to share Spider-Man with Marvel Studios, that anything they would be doing further with Spider-Man would be in association with Marvel Studios. The fact that they just want to go back and do this themselves, I don't know. I just think like it's going to be unnecessary.
But didn't they say they were going to tag team on that type of stuff regardless? So
they are tag teaming on Spider-Man stuff. They are not tag teaming on this. This looks
Marvel
to be
had
all
nothing.
Sony.
Marvel had nothing to do. Marvel and or DC had nothing to do with that announcement. They were never brought up.
This is all Sony.
Okay. Yeah,
and that's weird.
I just seen it. I figured I'd just.
No, I'm glad you did. I'm glad you did.
This is the problem with a successful R-rated movie. All right, you get people, you get, and when it's not done by Disney, which they don't do R-rated movies, but you get these hacks at studios and say, oh my God, Deadpool makes so much money, it's an R-rated movie. Hey, can't Venom be an R-rated movie? Let's make a Venom movie.
Yeah. What about Agent Venom?
I think that would be better. I could live with Agent Venom. I think that's the Flash Thompson. That's Flash Thompson. I can live with. I think they could do something more with that.
All right. See again. I don't. What is it? Brock Larson was the original one.
Brock. Eric Brock.
Eric. Yeah. Brock.
Yeah.
What the fuck is Brock Larson? Why do I know that name?
Eric Larson was the artist who took over for Tom McFarlane after he left Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah. That's my comic knowledge. Mixes up two separate. One's a comic book actor, one's a fucking artist.
And I got it wrong. And I got it wrong. It's Eddie Brock.
Eddie Brock. That's right. Okay. So, all right, cool. So, you got something to show us? Why don't you?
Yes. I would like to show you. I'd like to start off here.
Tell us what it is, too, for our listeners.
Listeners, this is a reissue of the Generation 1 Triptychon. One of my favorite. I got this for. I had gotten one for Christmas in 1986. Absolutely loved this. This is very Generation 1. Has no articulation except for a little bit on the head, and the mouth opens, and you can see, he's got little rockets in his mouth. Okay, but he doesn't have articulation because he has a mechanical walking feature, which, you know what? Drove me nuts. Loved it. Takes C batteries, so it weighs a ton. Friggin' awesome. It comes with a little dude, okay, that turns into a weak robot, but it's very cool. Okay, so you got a little. This guy transforms at least weekly, but at least he does. Okay, but it's all about this. It's all about Triptychon. He turns into a city and he turns into a battle station, basically by laying on his back and splaying out. Yeah. But I love it. This is just with the chrome, the colors. I mean, this is what I mean. It's got some neonish-like colors, but they blend in really well.
I was really gonna bust your balls about that. After all that G.I. Joe shit, 1986 Transformers with teal and purple. And you were you're like,
I'm telling you, this
breathe right over that shit.
I loved it. I love this thing. I took this with me on vacation, on family vacations. It's just killer. Now, the reason I brought this, to show off how cool he is, it's a really good reissue. They did a really good job. The sticker placement, Hasbro placed a sticker for us, or should I say the Chinese factory or the Vietnamese factory, wherever this was made. So they're not as straight as I'd like it to be, but it's a great figure. The reason I brought this up is that we have a third party that is making super deformed SD versions of Transformers that are transformable. It's the Mega Series, and it's made by Master Made. Okay, they first released Metroplex, and a small Metroplex, and he's so cute.
Love it.
Okay, all right, but I want to show you their latest release. This is Baby. This is Baby Triptychon. It weighs a ton. It has diecast, not a lot, but just enough so that this thing is heavy. And it has it on the feet and the claws here.
Is that tail articulation?
This is. Let me make sure. This is tail articulation.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Look, and you gotta see the armaments. He's got ports everywhere. First of all, ports everywhere. Okay, including on the weapons themselves, a port. Okay, that's a whole
ginormo rocket launcher. It don't even have to be that little thing.
Yeah.
Look at it's got these rocket launchers. These guns here. These guns here. That can be taken off and attached here or under here. You got this back piece that's almost like its own. It's like a drone.
Oh, you're fucking killing me.
All right, that can hold that you can attach the weapons to, and the drone. I mean, it's got all these different positions, and it attaches conveniently to another port in the back.
Okay. Before you go any further, how much? That's not a hard question.
That is a hard question.
Let me see if
this was $150.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, this segment does not have to be called "Convince Alan to Buy" because I already have picked this up.
This is Convince Bill to Buy.
This is Convince Bill to Buy.
Hey, listen.
Okay, and Bill, you got to see this.
That Metroplex has got me going. What are you doing?
There you go.
Oh, the cannon.
Yeah, he's got. You see, you push this in, and it pushes the cannon nose piece out.
There's like a little. There's like the glass on the nose. I guess what would that be like a? Cockpit?
Just like Daddy.
One right.
Just like Daddy. You see.
It just lifts out.
Just like my nephew calls. This is Boppy Triptychon, and this is Baby Triptychon. He just wants to know where Mommy is.
We'll tell you about that when you're a little older, kid.
Exactly. But this thing, I haven't transformed it yet. It's got 3 beautiful molds, but I can't stop looking at this.
What was that other one coming? What's the one after that?
Omega Supreme is next.
Omega Supreme, okay. Now, this thing here, I mean, the detail.
Oh, God.
The detail on this. Okay.
Are you touching his top? Easy, buddy. This is.
I'm stroking it. I'm stroking it here.
Disney right now.
It has a light up feature, but you have to buy the batteries, and it's those little round batteries.
Oh, fucking.
The watch ones, yeah.
And the problem is that, and I got tons of toys that have batteries in them, and after a while they explode, and I forget to take them out. The cannon in his mouth is articulated, unlike his Poppy.
Is that one? I can't really tell. Is it chromed or no? In the mouth, the cannon?
No, not chrome. No.
Right.
It's all flat. It doesn't have chrome.
Okay.
What it has is die cast on the feet, and you can.
I like that.
You can feel it.
That keeps it sturdy too, man. I think
it's sturdy. I mean, look at this. Look at this foot articulation. The knee articulation. Then the foot comes out like this, so you can kind of give him a chicken walk stance.
Oh, yeah.
If you wanted to go that route, or you could just give him the big clunky feet.
Does he have walking feature or no?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
No, thank God. Thank God. I wouldn't want a walking feature.
Better without the walking feature.
Oh, absolutely. This thing is just incredible.
Now, what do you name these things? Chubs?
Chibis. Some people call them chibis, but this one in particular is called Super Deformed.
Yeah.
They call it SD Super Deformed. Let me show you the box that it came with.
Now, I told you when we saw this at NJCC, the Metroplex, that I was like in love with that thing.
Yeah.
Here's the box.
That's a beautiful box too.
Oh, all right. Here we go. Mega Series Diabolus Rex Master-Made SD Super Deformed Figuration Project. You know it's done by Asians because with that crazy name. Okay. And
Diabolus Rex.
And it comes with this.
Oh, the Micro Mega.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait till you see it. Now, there's one other feature on the top. Is that
a window box?
Window box and
the flat. Oh God, yeah, dude. Thanks, fuckface.
And here, look at those. Look at that city and battleship mode.
Oh, I hate your fucking guts.
Okay,
Oh,
window box packaging.
I gotta go clean my pants. Hold on, I'll be back.
Okay. Oh, do you see that little piece of foam in there?
Yeah,
They put it in between his legs so that he doesn't scrape.
look at that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's impressive third-party fucking aid and shit, you know?
But that is so much, Pedro, that is so much bigger than the Metroplex box, right?
It's insane. It's
I
speaking
can't
of
get
which,
over the size of that.
this is the Metroplex box.
Right.
Wow. That is way bigger.
Look at that. That's
Oh, wow.
crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, it's big.
What's he called? What's the Metro? Go ahead, show the Megatron first.
This right here, my friends.
Oh, that is beautiful. Does he transform, dude?
No.
That's
Oh.
not transform.
Well, what this does have that the figure that came in with the Metroplex didn't include is articulated elbow. This has ball jointed head. Okay, ball jointed head.
Oh, shit. I want to chop from Ric Flair right now.
Okay. 360 swivel. He can move his arms out this much, and he's only stopped because of the trigger.
Yeah.
Okay, but he stops there. Okay, bicep swivel.
That's all.
It's because you can take the arm out, but it's still a bicep swivel. Okay, bend at the elbow. Okay, the cannon comes off, but but you don't want that.
Yeah, but it's still awesome.
Yeah. Okay, he doesn't have a waist swivel, all right? But his hips are ball jointed, so he can kick out that far to the side. That's him spread out.
How about the ankles? Ankles, please tell me. Oh,
Angle
you
freaking pivot. Look at this. Angle pivot. And Alan, look at that beautiful red inside his legs. Look.
Dude, like I said, you don't have to convince me. It's bought. It's bought.
Oh.
It would have been this is the wrong figure to come with Triptychon.
That's my only criticism of the whole thing. That's my
but I'd rather have this than Galvatron.
Oh, and he's
Really?
so on point with the G1.
I'd rather have this than Galvatron. I'll be honest with you. Though I would love to have a Galvatron to go with my. This is the Metroplex add-in figure, which is Ultra Magnus.
One of my favorite Autobots.
Now the only thing is that you see how his arm is bent.
Mm-hmm.
That's the permanent position. It does not have elbow articulation. It's got all the other articulation, like the leg. The ankle, the knee.
Man, that's incredible for that little figure.
All right, they do that. Now, everybody out there, listen to me. If you have this master-made miniature Ultra Magnus, do not try to move his side launchers. I broke this one. I had to crazy glue it back on.
Mm.
All right. Now, you see, he has his left hand with a finger. I don't know what the finger's for, because it looks awful in most positions. Like if he wants to point up, then his shoulder stack is down. But you can take that out because that comes in as an additional accessory.
Are you kidding me?
Because he comes with double wielding hands.
This is it, man. You sold me. What's the other one? What's Metroplex going for?
Okay, now.
We're getting billions of Transformers now. I love it. Third-party Transformers, nonetheless.
Okay. Please excuse the dust. Hopefully, the resolution is bad enough not so you don't see it.
That chrome is amazing, though.
I love that chrome. It's really bright.
This is my baby. This I got summer of '86 for my birthday.
That's your original?
That's original, huh?
No, it's not the original.
Ah, you fool.
Sorry. I know. But this is a G1 that I bought years later on eBay. Okay? This thing retailed for $36.
Yep.
Okay, at the store that I went to.
That's why I didn't have that shit as a kid, because that shit was way too much money for my
Okay.
Yeah.
This I got for my birthday, okay? I played with this thing forever. All right? Because it's the most articulated Transformer of the time, at that time.
Which is
really
funny.
Yeah, because of the transformation, it had the waist, the legs can kick out, and the arms can kick out. Okay, this is just beautiful. This is my boy. All right, always loved this guy.
The Encore version.
Yeah, I also have the Encore version because I needed to have
that was my first way of getting him because I never had him as a kid, so I really appreciate the Encore version.
Rubber chrome and rubber tires.
Yep. That's the way it's got to be.
Well, they actually released in '86 one that had plastic tires.
Oh, really?
There is a vintage one, but look at all that beautiful chrome. Look at that face. How can you not love that? How can you not love that face? All right. Well, Mastermade's first foray into these these third-party Transformer um, super deformed figures was my boy right here, Metroplex. Okay, this thing here is just incredible. I mean, again, he has a light feature. Okay, you can remove which what I really like how they did it. You can remove this part right here, and it attaches with magnets, and it is really tight. Okay, but articulation up the wazoo. All right, this thing is it's got shoulder pivot. Okay, up and down. Okay, 360. He's got pieces right here that reveal missile pods.
Listen.
These little guns, they come off. You can attach them at any other port.
Let me say one thing.
These are shields that come off. These right here.
But listen, let me say one thing. Fuck you, because you know why? Because when I was at your house and you showed me this and I held it and I seen it at NJCC, I didn't want it as much as right now when you're fucking giving me fucking porn online.
Why
is it in person? Delicious. I didn't want it as bad as I want it now.
Pedro knows how to sell.
Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Oh, you are
ankle tilt. Look, and it goes back and forward too. Ankle tilt.
This is why you need to get on the review of this fucking thing, because you will sell a million.
You're right. Oh, you're right. And you like that visor?
Oh, yeah, I fucking hate you.
You know what, Bill? Pedro can sell shit to a plumber.
I could try.
I mean, it really that's what it is. He knows how to sell.
Oh my God.
Visor free.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean.
And I held it, and I held it at your house. I played with it. I seen it at the show.
Okay. This is what I love the most. Look at that hand. Look at that hand. Look at that fist. Okay. Yeah. Look at the articulation on this bitch. Look at this. Look at this. And not only do they go out, they splay. They have a little room for splaying. Look, they can splay a little.
I hate you.
Look at this thumb. The thumb is on a beautiful, beautiful hinge. It's a hinge. Look, beep, beep, beep. Okay, this thing is.
Now the one at NJCC was the prototype, right?
What's a prototype? But it was pretty close.
Yeah.
This does have one major flaw.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear
major flaw.
You do want to hear it because you don't want to buy it, right?
There is no way for Metroplex to hold his gun. I have
really.
Yeah. Okay. Now he's got ports like right here. You're supposed to put his guns like on his arm like that. And if you add the shield piece with the shield piece, you can add it here.
Like Megatron would hold his gun, basically.
Yeah. And you could do it on both hands. Or I could put both guns in both on one side of these ports. They look kind of cool on his back, you know.
I'm curious, though, with how articulated his fingers are, why can't he hold the gun?
Because the way they the gun. Let me show
there's no true handle. It looks like
there's no true handle. You have a port. You have a peg. You have a peg that goes into the ports, and it does this, I guess, so that you can for the different modes. But nothing here shows me that it can help hold it.
Right.
So what the real flaw here is that he didn't come with his own like black gun, like the vintage one that he could hold.
Well, the black guns were the ones that were supposed to go on his. He could hold them, but he also they were really meant just like on. Let me show you. This is the best way to display them. His red guns.
All right.
His red guns in his hands and the black guns on his shoulders, but he could hold them. Okay, but they were hollow on one side. I don't know if you can see that, but inside they're hollow, whereas these guns are fully realized. Oh, and I'm such a fan. Not only do I have this vintage one with the vintage box, I also have the Encore one still in box. I haven't taken out. You see the weapons on him?
Yeah.
I bought a full other set so I can have a separate 6-gun and a separate scamper and a separate tank. The tank guy, the tank mode.
You're obsessed.
Yes, I had it. I bought them separately. They actually were not getting them separately wasn't bad, but I had to have them in robot forms. Basically, Bill, Metroplex had the ability, if you attached his guns, would make a character called 6-Gun. Okay, one of his towers turned into a little tank that you add the turret to it, and now I forgot the name of the tank.
I forgot too.
Scamper, no, I think I only have one Scamper. I didn't buy a second Scamper. That wasn't unnecessary. But this guy here, and
How much?
this one was a little bit less. This was like 120.
Yeah.
How much now, though?
Same price. You could get off BBTS still.
Yeah, it's still the same price.
Which one would you suggest first?
Okay, but here's another comparison.
You didn't hear my question.
What's the question?
Which one would you suggest first?
I
go with the Metroplex, but that's me.
Me too.
More quintessential.
That's where I'm
I always go with the Metroplex first. It's cheaper, and as cool as this guy is, I'm okay. I would have been okay just having this guy. But if I gotten this guy, I would have had to have gotten this guy.
Dude, I want Omega Supreme. Oh god.
Omega Supreme comes with a little Optimus Prime.
Optimus Prime. He's next. And I really hope that after him is going to be Fortress Maximus.
That would be awesome. You know what sucks is now I want these, and then Joe-Con figures. You guys are fucking talking me into that shit, and I got no goddamn money. Where's somebody out there started GoFundMe? Fuck this.
Bill, there's two things you have to stop buying.
For what?
You have to stop buying Estrella.
Food.
And you have to stop buying T-shirts.
And
Stop spending $150 fucking dollars on T-shirts.
Look, Bill, electricity is overrated.
Forget electricity. You could exactly.
Now we can't do the podcast. Not like
Oh, that's true.
Probably wouldn't be hurting anybody's feelings.
That's true. Everybody, this
Bill,
podcast is brought to you because of Bill.
Electricity.
Bill, take the shirt off.
Brought to you by
Bill's electricity. Bill, take the shirt off. We can see you barebacked. Don't wear clothes. Just wear some sweats, and you're good. And then you could be buying stuff with us.
Okay.
Forever.
Yeah.
I want to let people know, by the way, that tomorrow they can see me at the Connecticut convention Cousins Connecticut convention. What's the name of it?
The Connecticut. I forgot what he called it. He just put it up too. Hold on.
Oh man. I know it's bad. I've been going to it for like 10 years.
He calls it. Internet is slow.
The Northeast.
It's the Northeast. Yep, Northeast Toy and Collectibles Show.
Yeah. I'll be there with Nick if you want to see Nick and you want to haggle with him for parts, and with Bala. I gotta leave here at 5:30 in the morning to meet up with them.
You know you're gonna get there with like 2 hours left to go.
No, I can't because these guys we're getting there. They're putting a table, so I have to. We're going to be there. I got to get there at 5 in the morning. What I'm doing is, and the reason why I will be able to do it is because since they're going to be there all day, I am and it's we're going whatever car we take up, which is either Steve's or Nick's. I am taking those keys and I'm taking a 2 or 3 hour nap.
There you go.
Smart man.
All right, that's where I'll be. So if you don't see me,
has a truck or a van. It's probably Nick, right? So have them.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fam. He has a gray minivan, just knock on the window, or a white minivan, which is a Bala's, which I think we're going in Bala's. You just knock on his window.
So then you'll just lay on Snickers and Skittles and M&Ms.
Exactly. Actually, now it's all bubblegum, so it's gonna be it could get pretty sticky.
Oh, that's true. He's the gum guy now.
Wrigley? Oh, he's the Wrigley side.
Yeah,
Wrigley's.
He's with Wrigley's.
And
there's a Wrigley's plug right there.
Did I tell you guys I'm going for an interview with his company?
No. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Well,
good luck.
Good luck, man. Good luck. I think it's definitely worth it. I think it's definitely you.
Dude, when is this?
Wednesday.
Awesome.
Dude, good luck.
Thank you.
And I hope that, when you give your 2 weeks notice, you're like, I'm out, bitches.
Peace. Yeah, deuces with the fucking middle fingers.
I was like, I don't want your reference anyway.
Bitch.
Wow. What's the position?
Sales. I believe it's sales. I'm not 100% sure because it's the Procter and Gamble side. Which
I'm glad to hear about this, but we are recording live for a podcast.
That's a good point.
Guys, I'm sorry. I kind of had to just bring that up real fast.
Yeah, with your full name there, and
oh yeah. I'm cursing. God damn, I gotta cut that out.
Yes.
No, but real quick, I wanted to bring up the Action Force Pal Toy Collector's Guide, the Kickstarter.
Yeah, I want to hear more about that. See if it's worth it for me.
I decide to do it.
Yeah, you definitely should do it. I mean,
It's only 100 copies, and that's what really made me do it. Was there's only 100. You don't know if you're going to see its kind again. Do you have a? Let me see if I can find the Kickstarter page. Because I don't think we had it in our agenda.
I got it. Yeah, it
You
is.
do. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Basically, it's Action Force. Okay, so a comprehensive guide to the Action Force and Red Shadows toys by Palitoy. Bloodforthebaron.com is where this project is originating. So these guys have been around forever. Blood for the Baron. They do a lot of awesome stuff. Comics.
They do. Their website was one of the best back in the day for info on those Palitoy, Action Force, all that information.
Now their goal is $5,644. They originally said 100 books. Kevin said that they upped it. I still don't see it.
They upped it?
They shouldn't up it unless they surpass their numbers.
Yeah.
That's when you up it.
I don't see it. He might. I don't know. I think maybe he's seeing that they added a couple different options on there for the campaign.
Oh, maybe they did.
Different prizes.
No, probably like
Yeah, like 2 books instead of 1, or a poster. Right
Bill,
here.
can you post the link? Because I'd like to see that, because I didn't see any options.
Right in the show notes, man. Right at the top.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
Are you sure it's not what do they call stretch goals? Maybe they added stretch goals. I don't know.
No, I don't think it's stretch goals. They just have different tiers now. Before they only had the 1 tier. Now it seems like they have a couple. So
Let's see.
where you can receive 2 printed copies of the book, or and high res images of the magazines that they put out, and
that have already been put out.
Right, and then the posters that the first.
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's not like I think that's what Kevin was referring to. It's not.
He's right.
Yeah.
But so far there's 61 backers. So basically we need another 39 guys to jump in on this. And
But do they really? What if those 61 backers all put in like $200? Wouldn't they get to the number?
Well,
Isn't it more about how much the financial amount they get to?
At this point now, yeah. If you get the 5644, you're good. But originally it was 100 backers would have got them there. So that would have been 100 books.
I got you. Yes, you're right. Yeah.
So,
see, personally, I was never into these toys at all, and not much into the mythology. But I've always been interested by it, and I love the graphics. I love the art. I really loved a lot of the graphic novels and such that came out with this art. So to me, it's interesting enough, and it's a low print run enough that I think it's worth our while.
Yeah, with that low of a print run, and I'm a big International Joe guy. So
this is all you.
You know that's right up my alley. So
it's usually pledge.
My thing is that is this about the media of Action Force or about the figures from Palitoy itself?
It says photos of the toys and original packaging alongside close-ups of all accessories, biographies, and detailed variant information.
See, the reason I'm not into it, I hate the non-G.I. Joe action.
They have the G.I. Joe stuff in there.
I know it's the G.I. Joe, but I guess I should do it for the G.I. Joe stuff, but I hate those 5-point of articulation figures that they had.
But it's both. It is both.
It's worth it, man. I'm telling you now. Don't regret it. It'll be like me with that Transformer book. You know what?
You know what, dude? My birthday's August 26th. You can order me one and hold on to it till then.
You already just fucked me with all this stuff you want me to buy.
So, Bill, did you officially pledge?
Yeah. Yep.
Me too. Yeah.
How much is the pledge?
$56 USD. It's 40 pounds, so it's $56 USD.
What do you mean 40 pounds? What the fuck? What?
It's from Europe, UK.
Yeah, it's UK.
40. Oh wait, 40. Oh, I thought you meant weight, not the price.
No.
But still, 40 pounds.
Been drinking.
But still, 40 pounds is a lot. What are you getting? It's better not be a little thin-ass book.
300
page book, dude. 300 pages.
Black and white or color?
Color.
Click the link. It's in the show notes.
Yeah, click the link. Take a look at it.
Are you sure? You sure that this is not? Because I don't want to end up like that last book that I got.
No, dude, there's sample pages in here.
Yeah, they show some sample pages. Well worth it.
It is.
Anybody, in my opinion, out there that's a Joe guy and you somewhat like the international stuff, even if you don't like the 5 points of articulation, Action Force, they have Gaucho, they have Jammer, they have Blades. It's going to be all that stuff.
Yeah, it's worth it.
I don't see the link. Where'd you guys put the link?
It's
all the way at the top of the agenda.
On the agenda.
Oh, the agenda. Okay, yeah.
So I really I couldn't stress enough. Just get it. Like we just said, it's 100 books, 300 pages. It's a little pricey at $56.
But it's 300 pages
300
color. Then
Yeah.
then okay. Then
It's a 100-book run. I mean,
Yeah, it's a low print run.
you're gonna regret not getting it, especially if you're into International Joes or at all into the Action Force stuff.
And I gotta say, for the fact that I agree with Pedro, I've never really been in much into the 5-point figures. The sample pages look beautiful.
They do.
They look chock full of information. They look really well laid out.
why don't we show it, because this might be something we might want to show.
Okay.
Want me to share, Bill? I got it up.
Yeah. Pop it up.
Okay. Let me go share the screen.
And ladies and gentlemen,
Wait a minute. Is this?
now we present Action Force Palatoy Collector's Guide.
Wait a minute. You're telling me that this? Wait. Is this for a binder? These binder pages?
I'm not sure. That's the only suspect piece about that.
It looks like those.
Yes, I know, but
It looks. Look. I don't mind. I kind of like that too. It's very cool. If you get a cool binder with it, yes.
right.
You know what? I did not even notice that until Pedro brought that up. I think this is a binder.
That could be their prototypes, or it
Well,
could,
why would they show us a prototype with that? You could easily get rid of that with what do you might call it?
Because this got tabs. You see the tabs here?
yes.
It's got tabs, and you know what I suspect? Because you know how they're different kind of binders, and I guess maybe by region or by the one you buy. Look at all the different holes and different options they give you for any kind of binder.
Yeah, that's very true. I think you might be right. I think this is a 300-page binder.
I hope that,
I'm not against that.
I don't either. I think it's fine.
I'm only against it if it's basic paper. It's gotta be a little harder. It's gotta be a little tougher so that you can't easily rip it out.
I think it'll
Well,
be
yeah.
paper.
But yeah, so basically, I'll show you guys what I pledge. It's the basic pledge. It's $56 USD. It's 300 pages, only 100 copies. The first 10 pledges, I missed this unfortunately, but the first 10 pledges got the one complimentary print. Did you get that?
Nah, I missed it. I was like, no.
Get the what?
You get one complimentary print of the BFTB Palatoy figure guide poster and a complimentary print of the Action Force comic cover guide poster.
Oh, that sucks.
I mean, yeah, you had to be one of the first 10 to do that, but
Hold down and show. They're at the bottom.
yeah. So here's the comic one. No, wait, not that one.
No.
Here's the figures.
There's the figures.
This is the figures one that they're talking about, and here's the comics one with all the covers. It's a lot like what 3D Joe's does. It's
I like their cover.
yeah, the cover. Oh,
The book itself is gorgeous.
love this comic art, and that's the thing. Blood for the Baron used to always print all this stuff and show off these comics. I love this art.
That's probably their original art. They have guys that do a comic book.
Exactly.
Yes, that's right. They had the comic book for years. That forgot about that.
Exactly. So I think you're right. I think this is.
I wish I knew the artist. I'm sorry for whoever does your art. You got right there. It says art.
Proposed front cover artwork by Alejandro Cabral. So yeah.
Alejandro Cabral. So Alejandro, you do fucking amazing artwork, man. Hit us up because we could use some good artwork.
And I gotta say, like I said, I never collected this line, but I was so proud last year, guys. This character here, this is Baron Ironblood, right?
Yep.
There was an exclusive Adventure Team flocked figure of this guy with the helmet and everything. That it was an Action Force show that was pretty rare. I found a copy of it. I paid like $200 for him. It was well worth it.
Nice.
Nice.
It's my only figure. It's my only character of this entire era that I have is a 12-inch version of this guy. I love it.
Wow, I like the design of that figure, but I wish they had done one in GI. I wish they'd do an A-Ross style version of it.
I do too. Blood for the Baron. You know what? I mean, that would make, and they came close with this with the 2010 set. I would love a Blood for the Baron convention set.
They did.
Yeah, the 2010, and actually, Bill, it was 2010 when we went to Rhode Island. That 2010 set could have been really really awesome if the Baron was in it and they didn't use the original helmets for those troopers.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you're right. I really wish he was in there. It's a shame he wasn't.
I liked them.
But yeah, I really do think that it would be awesome if they did do a convention set with these characters.
Here's the thing. Blood for the Baron did an exclusive for a convention, I believe, over there, or just their website. Real American Hero, Baron Iron. What the fuck's his name? Baron Ironblood.
Baron Ironblood, they did?
Yeah, but it was a limited run. It was like a $50 figure, and
I could imagine their customs out there.
it's a custom, but it's official from their site, which it was.
It has cachet.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I am glad that Bill brought this up because I do think it is a Kickstarter that's worth it. If you have any interest whatsoever in this kind of stuff, or the fact that there's only 100 copies, it's
man, I don't want to.
$56, it's worth it.
Yeah, definitely worth it. I suggest anybody out there.
I never thought we'd have a segment of convince Pedro to buy something.
It sounds awesome, but $56. It's 300 pages, though. That is insane.
Dude, as somebody who's in publishing, that is a good deal. For the fact there's only 100 copies, 300 pages, I really do think that $56, that is a good deal.
Yeah.
That's well worth it.
No, I believe it, man. I totally believe it. It's just, something. This, and I know, and I'm gonna hate myself. I gotta get this because I'll hate myself for not doing it if I don't do it.
That's well worth it. Hey, I got echoed.
Kevin had sent a message. I guess it was on the video, so I was.
All right, fellas. I gotta be up at 5 in the morning.
Oh, that's
or
right.
by 5 in the morning. I gotta be out of here.
Real quick before you go, Michonne and Rick.
Okay, I don't want to get into that publicly.
Next podcast.
Next podcast because I do have a lot of thoughts on it.
Let it stew.
And I am unfortunately I have to get over biases that I have from my childhood. And
wow, Pedro has a problem with the relationship?
Yes, I just like I don't know. To me, it just doesn't seem natural, and I don't mean it for the racial reasons. Though I think there might be some component in there. I think that some of my inner racist in back in there is like, oh no, that's not supposed to be that way. But I think
wow.
that she should be an independent character like Daryl. They shouldn't tie them together like that. I like them as independent characters, and I want them to find their own hookups. But hooking up together, it's kind of weird. I don't know.
Well, that's what with the comic, it's anybody who doesn't read the comics and wants to, tough shit. Basically, in the comics, now it's Andrea and Rick. And Michonne is with Ezekiel from the Kingdom.
Right.
So, and then Ezekiel dies or whatever. Now, I like that Andrea's gone in the show, so now they have Michonne in that role. And in the comics, Andrea's a badass. She's kicks ass. She don't play games, So
I thought Andrea was what was getting there in badassness. She wasn't
in the show.
No Carol in the show, but not as badass, I guess, as the comic.
Yeah, she was not as badass at all in that show.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't say at all, man. She wasn't early Carol either.
Right.
She was just annoying.
I know that. I guess that was kind of a loaded thing, and you got to go. You want to go or got to go because it's getting, obviously.
Yeah, it's very loaded, and bring it up.
But we will discuss deeper. So this is a teaser for next episode.
And one more teaser.
Listen, we will jump off next episode with Michonne and Rick. How's that?
Michonne and Rick.
And I do have a question for you guys as well. If we are going to discuss Michonne and Rick next time, Negan is being introduced soon, right?
Yes.
Yes, but from what I heard, the actor won't physically show up until the final episode of the season.
Yeah.
Because I gotta say, for the viewers out there, I stopped watching Walking Dead a while ago. I just found it getting very just boring and meticulous. I like the comic a lot better. I might come back to watching it for Negan.
Yes.
Because Negan completely was the shit in the comic.
And they picked an amazing actor to play.
So if he's going to be anything like that in the show, and one interesting thing I just quickly want to say here about him, from what I read, there's going to be basically two versions of the show. There's going to be the regular version and then a version for online and for DVD where he is cursing up a storm the way he does in the comics.
I heard that.
Wow.
That's very cool.
I hope that's going to be on Netflix.
Either Netflix. Well, I think for the DVD releases, Blu-ray, but also maybe Netflix. I'm not sure, but I like that they're going to do that. So I might come back to watching this show for Negan.
Yeah.
Look, I think for comic book people, the show's probably a very tough pill to swallow. I love the show. I'm not a comic book guy from it. I'll do that in the future.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad show at all. I just found it tedious. I found it redundant. I felt like, oh, they're changing directions here and there, blah, blah. I still found it to be a pale comparison to the comic, but that
still,
was me.
it's still one of the best shows on TV, man.
Yeah, catch up. Number one, it's turned to like my number 2 or 3 show overall on television as of last season.
Yeah, I've been on it. It's been my favorite, one of my favorite shows from day one. Yeah. I kind of like some of that slow, meticulous build.
Me too.
So and I like it. And there are things that bother me, and I think that they are tropes that they use because it's a TV show and it's not an HBO, but it's a cable. But I don't mind it. I kind of want that. I kind of want that every once in a while.
Well, there's an honest trailers out there for Walking Dead, and it comes up with some interesting criticisms. It's a lot of fun. You guys should watch it.
But I'll be honest, you could take anything out there and you can break it apart and criticize it. Yeah. You could take any of Shakespeare's works and you can break it apart and how retarded a lot of things are.
That's not my style, because a lot of people are like, season 2, I was done after that, and same with The Wire, season 2, it sucked. Man, nothing's gonna be flawless all the way through at all times.
No, I agree.
They gotta build on it. I kind of like season 2. Now you found out they had some major issues, and they had to do season 2. I think for financial reasons, they had to stay on the farm.
Yeah, I liked it. I mean,
I liked it too. I liked it too, but what I heard from I don't know if it was Talking Dead or somewhere, they didn't have the funding yet in season 2.
Right.
It wasn't until season 3 that the money really kicked in, and that's why they prolonged they ended up prolonging the farm. But I liked it. I thought, man, I liked it when they opened up that barn. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was only at that moment that I was like, oh my God, are they gonna do it? Oh, they did it.
And then Carol's daughter.
I wasn't gonna ruin it, but all right.
Well, I think we're going to have spoilers for that now.
Well, listen. Let's jump off the next episode with a Walking Dead talk, and we could get a little more in depth. But you got to be up within like another fucking 3 hours.
I may stay up all night. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. It's too bad we have to go because there's one more thing I did want to say about Walking Dead, but
say it.
Better wait. Let me wait till next time because I don't know how much I could publicly state at this point about it. So
put it on the docket right away, and put it at the very top so you don't.
Yeah, I'll do that.
All right.
Okay.
Fellas, amazing show. Had fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully everyone out there.
Absolutely.
Don't forget, peace to FSS Con, March 26th, Saturday, 12 to 7 p.m.
And I'm sorry, guys, but before we go, I just want to say on a personal note, this is very special to me because you guys are 2 of my closest friends, and this is how I get to see you guys now on a normal basis. So much love.
Same here. It's like you never left.
Yep.
All right, fellas.
ThePlasticEmpire.com. Check it out. Get us on iTunes. Get us on everything else. Blah, blah, blah. Facebook.
Peace.
Peace out.
Peace.